I said to myself that there's no way our industry can grow. There's no way our industry can evolve. Those of you that know me know I'm an industry guy. I talk a lot about the industry. And it can never evolve with very few visionaries in it. We need quite a number. The more visionaries we have, the more deep thinkers we have, the better it is for all of us. Because I find that I did a lot of research and I've been doing this for a while before I even started the academy. And I found that we really lack this thing. Everybody just wants to master lighting, master retouching, and start looking for customers. It actually doesn't work that way. It's just like you go to school and you learn how to do a surgery and you start looking for people to start operating on. It doesn't work that way. There's always, a cadre levels. And the reason is that let me give you the analogy of the hospital. I think if I Chris Oputam talked about it at Business Photography, where he didn't say it this way, but let me just explain it my way. Where you finish from 8 years. I think the people that study medicine, they do 7 years, 8 years. You finish that one. From there, you go for this thing they call outmanship or something like that. I don't know if I got that right. They do that one. Then from there, they go to get a job. You will never find a doctor that finishes outmanship and opens. It's not possible. Doesn't mean it doesn't have the capacity to treat patients. But building and growing an establishment is a different ballgame from prescribing drugs to somebody. So what the major issue is, a lot of us photographers, we've focused so much on developing our skill, which is very important. There's no doubt about that. But we don't understand the other parts of it. So we have thousands. The more we grow in Red Magic Academy, we have the statistics is crazy. And we're talking hundreds of thousands of photographers in the industry. So when you look at the population of photographers in the industry, just in Nigeria, is as much as people, if not in the education sector, because the creative industry has exploded in the past 10 years. It has exploded. But I find that why are we not at par? I would even say just in the past 2-3 years that you can even proudly tell somebody that you're a photographer. Before, you can't even say it. But it's so that you want to get married, you go to your in-laws place and you tell them you're a photographer. Just forget about it. So the industry is just evolving. But for us to get to that point where we can stand tall, we need to have visionaries. So we need to have sessions like this where we have conversations and we learn how to become that. That's why I decided to put this thing together. I said, okay, whatever way I can play my part to teach, to influence, and to inspire photographers to do big things. That's what I really want to do. And I've learned over time that it is your level of thinking, your level of exposure that determines what you know. Like they used to say, what you don't know is bigger than you. So it's what you know that it's just like when you got to this building, they told you that this is the stairs to get here. So if no one showed you the stairs, that you wouldn't have understood how to find your way here. You might be thinking maybe you have to climb the wall. It's just an analogy. Climb the wall to get here, or probably get a rope, not knowing that there's it. So without awareness of a certain path to take towards a destination, you will not even know that destination exists. So if someone tells you you can be a photographer and have an empire or have 10 branches, just like any organization out there, it's very hard to believe. Sometimes you will quickly calculate in your head because your head is still small. You'll be like, how is that possible? How many jobs will I collect? Because that's the level where we think from. How many weddings will I shoot to be able to pay 20 salaries of 20 people? How many clients will I serve to be able to have an organization that does only photography and I have 50 staffs? It looks far-fetched. Like you calculate it that even if I'm shooting every weekend, except they are paying me one crazy month, I will leave. Some things you can't comprehend. And the reason you can't comprehend these things is because of what you know. When you know more, it shows you that something is possible. Let me give you an example. If somebody tells you you can make 100 million a year as a photographer, you might not believe it. But when you meet somebody that makes it, you meet another person that makes it, you meet 5 people that make it, all of a sudden, it becomes what? A possibility. It's okay. Actually, you have seen evidence that, okay, so this thing is actually possible. So I said, okay, we have to put together programs like this, both virtually. I have this call I do in the community. I don't know if any of you were part of it. the one we had last week. Are you guys in my WhatsApp community? Was anyone part of the call? Mm-hmm. See that everything is happening back to back. Then we have this podcast. We launched it last year. We didn't really put out episodes, but we are going back at it this year. We've recorded almost 3 to 4 episodes, and we are coming hard this year for Magic Mind podcast. I don't know if they mentioned it earlier. Have you guys heard of the podcast before? Do you guys listen to it? You sure? So this year I'm interviewing real big names, and what will be bad is I have people I'm scheduling interview with where I would have to fly to go and record it. So what would be bad is, and they don't pay for podcast. The platform is here. So what would be bad is I do all that, I put it on the platform and only 50 people listen to it. It's a waste of knowledge because these are powerful things. What really transformed me as a photographer, as a business person, it was because I started talking to people. It's as simple as that. Because it's not natural. It's not by hoping that, okay, I want to be a rich photographer and you will now become rich. It doesn't work that way. It's not by wishing. And it doesn't happen naturally. It doesn't happen because you just, we love to have that conversation at the moment. Me, ask myself, I go get money. I go get money. It's not by word of mouth, even though the words you speak play a significant role. But it starts from exposure. And that exposure comes from when you talk to the people that are living in your future. So as simple as that. So people that are living in your future, when they start to talk to you, they begin to make you understand that it's possible. One of the things you will leave this place here with this morning, I won't be talking for long, is that you will see certain possibilities. Because the statistics are there. Do you guys usually check statistics at all? During Limitless, I talked a bit on statistics for photography. But do you even check statistics when it comes to wealth, when it comes to the country, all these things? I mean, we are just looking at dollar rates. Anyway, let's get started. All right, so I'll let you know when to move. There should be a way to... No, it's not supposed to. It's supposed to be showing full screen. You can do the full screen. All right, so let's get started. We are here for a mind shift. That's why I call my podcast Magic Mind Podcast. That name was very intentional because I believe what can cause transformation in the industry is when our minds individually begins to change. Have we met before? Uh-huh. So I've met a lot of people, don't mind, but that face just caught my attention. So where our minds begin to change, it has to start from there, where we see that, okay, I can follow this route and make money. I can follow this route and go global. I can follow this route and make impact. So your business goes beyond just carrying cameras all over the place, which is good. I still carry cameras all over the place. So I'm not discounting the place of technical knowledge. You guys know I do workshops a lot. You can't even do anything without technical knowledge. Because it all starts from professionalism. So nobody can, but it is never enough. And you'll find that the greatest creatives, they are not usually the best businessmen. Someone like, let's go to the music space. Burna Boy, for example. You think Burna Boy is the one signing the deals? What's his business? He's just in the studio, just making music. Burna Boy is not the one that is signing the Pepsi deal, or when they want to go on a tour. You think Burna Boy is the one running around looking for the stadium or negotiating with no? It's just creating music. There's a huge football team behind that guy. Huge. It's not team of 5. We're talking of almost team of 100. Serious. Some is just transport. Just move. That's what they do. Some is just consultation. Just little things. There's a huge company behind that name. Because we are dealing with an individual and we familiarize ourselves so much with an individual, we think it's just him and his mother. Go and do your research. And that's how it is for the video, the likes, and even people in other spheres. The greatest surgeons are not the ones that own hospitals. Doesn't mean they don't make a lot of money. I taught something in one place I was speaking a few weeks ago. And I was talking about the place of either choosing to be a specialist or choosing to become a visionary. Were you there? I think you were. Yeah. Choosing to be a specialist or choosing to be. That's not where we are going on today, but my major focus is, if you really want to do great things and go global, especially in this photography space, it's possible. Don't let anybody come and lie to you and tell you that photography industry is not very, you hear things like, there are certain kind of money. If you are looking for some kind of money, it's not in photography. Who told you that? Because that was the same thing I used to think. Because like I said, everything you know now is based on what you've heard and seen. So when you hear and see something new, you will know something new, right? So I'm sure you get some kind of money, not be photography. You have to probably be in real estate. Who told you that? It's a big lie, biggest lie. Because we live in a global space now. Global space. Like Red Magic Academy, for example. We have students, a lot of, we even have students in Bahamas. I've not been to Bahamas before. I don't even know the road here. You understand? Because there's so much you can do. We have been, I can't even start saying it. So you're alone. Our focus is Africa. So many countries of Africa that you can think of. We are present. We don't have office there, but we are present. You understand? So there's so many opportunities we can tap into. But it all starts from certain steps that I believe you should take to get there. And it starts from the inner workings. What do I call it? Inner workings. It is not the external factors that causes change. It is the what? Internal factors. Because this is one of my favorite mantra. You don't pursue success. You what? You attract success. So how do you attract success? Is inner. Is the changes that goes on in your inside that determines what happens on the outside. But a lot of times we focus so much on the outside. Let me give you an example. You can say, I don't go out like that. I'm not the type that goes out. It's because I don't have a lot of clothes. Or I don't have fine clothes. So it's not my thing to go because I don't have what to wear out. You will now go and buy the clothes. And you have some nice clothes. And you find that they are still not going out. So it's not the clothes that will make you go until you make a decision yourself that I want to start going out. It's not a lot of times we attribute things to external factors. But it's because of this place I'm living. This place I'm living is too far. So anytime I'm called for stuff, it's traveling all the way to so. It takes time. But find it when you move closer. You find that you still don't go. So it's just in the inner workings. And a lot of us focus on the external, and that's the problem. We don't deal with the internal. I've been there for years. In fact, I focus so much on the external, it almost ruined me. Focus so much on pricing, chasing people because of price, using price to compete in the market. Those type of, you hear that, okay, a number of photographers around your level are charging, for example, 100K for a service. You say, okay, let me charge 85K so that they can choose me over that kind of those type of low level mindset. That was where I was. And this thing can damage your growth. And it's because we don't have the confidence, we don't have the courage, and we don't have the right mindset that can take us there. So let's get started. I think that's enough introduction. All right. So like I said, I've been looking into the photography space in Nigeria and in Africa, trying to understand what the industry has got into and where it needs to be, and what is necessary for its growth. And I found out that we need to change our mindset. But that's not the only thing we'll be touching. We have quite a number, but it's not a lot. So I want you guys to focus. Are you guys with me? Yes, sir. Are you guys with me? Yes, sir. Everybody's face is looking serious. Yes. Do we need some music? Right, class. Is it a class? Okay, let's call it that. Are we good there? All right. Mindset. I'm sure this is not the first time we hear that word mindset. I remember the first day I stumbled on mindset. Then I was living in Aja. I was just playing around YouTube, and then what do I do on YouTube? Is Mr. Macaroni and the likes that we watch on YouTube those days. So I don't usually watch educational stuff. I was just there looking for money at all costs, collecting anything anyhow, shooting anyhow. Even though I was a very fantastic photographer. In fact, I really grew so much as a photographer that the people that I was working for, I outgrew them so fast. Because I've always been a crazy learner. That's me. But I need silence, please. But my addiction to learning was one-sided. I leaned too much on the technicality and I forgot so much about the other side. So even though I was growing so fast, so well as a photographer, because I didn't have the right mindset, I was just underpricing, undercharging. I didn't have a business. I didn't have a system. I would get jobs. I would deliver jobs on time. My business strategy was poor. My customer service was poor. My work was good. My work was actually very good. But the other things was bad. So just imagine having one good apple. It's inside the middle of 5 bad apples. What will happen to that good apple? To rot. So that's where I was. And until I was watching TV that day, my leg was on the table. I remember vividly. I can't remember the title, but the title was more like How to Become Rich or something like that, How to Be Wealthy. Those type of titles, they are catchy. I was like, let me watch. Maybe they'll give me one way to be wealthy. Then I started talking about mindset. I start from your mindset. I thought it was mindset. I didn't understand. I remember I went to even check Google. Mindset is when in your mind, you change the way you think. How do you change the way you think? It's not like there's a button to press. And your thinking will just suddenly change. So for a while, I got curious. I started doing some more research, not crazy research, just a little bit. So that I would relent. I didn't care. I was still making the mistakes I was making in business and all of that until I had to go back. So the more I keep going back to check, okay, how can I develop myself? How can I become a CEO? How can I do this? Everybody keeps saying the same thing. All the mentors I've met with, all of them, they all say the same thing. All the videos I've watched, and trust me, I've watched videos. Sometimes I watch up to 70 videos in one weekend. Yeah, I watch as much as that in 1 week, in 48 hours. That, you see my red eyes. So it's not, I don't smoke. So is that crazy? And all of them say the same thing. That it all starts from what? Mindset. So I said, okay, let's deal with this mindset once and for all. Let me even deal with it, because if they say this is the only way, let me see what it's all about. Then I started going deeper into all this whole mindset talk. And from things that you've seen before, online and the likes, they all talk about change your mindset. They will just say it like that. You need to change your mindset. Change your mindset. It's just very vague. What is change your mindset? How do I do that? How does it work? How can I actually? Because that is where it all starts from. Because if I come and tell you now that, bro, I can tell you ways where you can make as much as 100 million in your photography. You might believe me, but you won't be able to do it. That's the truth. Because your mind can't handle it. And even if something happens and you're lucky and you meet one person that gives you 100 million naira deal, trust me, the money might not last 6 months. Because you don't even have the internal capacity to handle it. So this is where it all starts from. If your mindset does not change, nothing else can change. Because when your mindset changes, that's when you start to attract what you deserve. And you cannot deserve what you cannot handle. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. What you cannot handle inside of you, it can't come to you. And I want us to have an industry where I can just call on 2-3 photographers and say, bro, let's put a conference together. And I can say, okay, bro, I'll drop 50M, I'll drop 50M, I'll drop 50M. I don't want an industry where we have only 5 names that are kings there. That's not an industry. That's just a profession. Look at the music industry. Even though we have the top names, there's always top names in every industry. So even if you have the top names like them, Davido, Bonner, and the likes, you know how many names are doing extremely well in the industry? And those are just the artists. Not to not talk of people in the business part of the industry. In fact, those are even making more than even the artists themselves. The record label owners, the media owners, all these stations, all these channels, all these, not to not talk of us creatives. We are also part of the industry. The music video directors, the editors. We are so moved with names. We know that people who make money behind the scene. You see someone like T. Mori now, but it's not the one that is carrying the camera. And the person carrying the camera, that's a job. He's making money. So the industry is big. But I look at the photography industry. I can't count 20 names of people that have risen to a place of impact. I can't even count up to 5 photographers that are paying up to 15 people salary. I can't count up to 5. Like I say, okay, how many staff do you have in your organization? So an average photographer is just shooting so well, fantastic, and they have maybe one assistant that is picking calls. Maybe they have one extra shooter. Maybe they have 1 or 2 interns that's carrying lights, and that's all. We can't build industries like that. Did you? Who was in BOP conference on last week? Was it last week? Yeah. Were you present when CEO Studio 24 CEO was talking? Yeah. Did you listen to what he was saying? Everything was saying, me and him sat down, like, we talked about that thing very well. So I was not shocked. Even though I watched it on YouTube, I was not around that time. I came in the afternoon. It's true. How can one organization have 40 branches and counting, and the next organization has 3 branches? You to look at it, isn't that weird? One has 40. At least, of course, okay, let's say they have the biggest commercial brand in Nigeria, and they've been existing for a while. Okay, the next at least should have like maybe 20, maybe 25. The next has 3. Then after that one, I don't know anyone else again. Maybe 2. 2 is common. Island branch, mainland branch, Abuja, Lagos. That one is easy to run 2 branches. Nobody is looking beyond. Everybody just wants to shoot and make money. And that is the lowest level of the food chain. Shooting and making money, and that's where I was. You will just be running. Now we are still young. So if you are not futuristic in your thinking, you will just keep running. So now I just want to shoot and make money, shoot and make money. How long? And you might be like, right now, it's just to shoot and make money. You cannot be telling me how long, but that future will catch up with you eventually. So if you don't start to think about that, that end game, that long run now, because that is what is going to inform your decisions now, it will be hard to grow. If you've read up to 3 books this year, wave. 3 solid books. Can you tell me the title of the books?
One, Mindset of Changing.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, Who You Are. And the third one is Life Change.
Who wrote that? Who You Are?
Um,
Did you finish the 3 books?
Yes.
Who else? That is not easy. Even me, I've not finished 3 books. So I'm not going to lie. I read a lot, but I've not finished 3 books this year. Of course, I've read, but I can be very fast with books, and sometimes I don't finish some of them. So it's a lot to finish 3 books in 3 months. Trust me. I even went to join one speed reading course. How to speed read, it didn't work for me. So I get it. So who else? 2 books? Guys. Okay, we have 1 book. Yeah? Okay, it's all right. You know, you don't really have time. That's the excuse we give ourselves. I've been there. This exact statement you just made. That where's the time? Even my guys here, they used to say it too. Boss, not time. It's just an excuse. Trust me. Because the thing with life is that the only currency you have is this time. So when we wake up in the morning, all of us have the same equal currency. What's that? 24 hours. All of us, include Tony Elumelu and you have the same 24 hours. So it's not like Tony has extra 2 hours because he's now Transcorp CEO, I'll be years holding CEO. No. All of you have the same time. So it's how you use it that works. And at the end of the day, you pay for it whether you like it or not because the time is going. There's not like, okay, this guy has not done anything. So let the time pause for you. So when you're not ready, the time will not start counting. It doesn't work that way. Time will just keep going. You just keep, happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. Before you know, you've done 10 birthdays. 10 birthdays equals 10 years. It's very funny. So it's not a joke. So now, okay, how do we deal with this mindset thing? They are quite practical. But how do we deal with it? Because we need to start dealing with it now. All of us here, we are youths. I have white hair, but I'm still here. We are all youths, you know. I don't think anybody here is more than 50. Uh-huh. So are you more than, why are you looking at? You know. So we are all young and we need to start creating opportunities for our mind to grow now. It's crucial. Don't beat yourself up about industry or where money is or where to make money. Start dealing with yourself, who you are from the inside, so that you can begin to attract what you wish to attract in life. Hope is nothing. It is the inner workings that start to attract it. Go to the next slide. See what I said here? I said the things I used to say was what? Based on my level of knowledge. Now, as I was growing as a photographer, I had some friends. We used to, some of them used to stay with me like 4 times a week and all of that. So we were close. And we usually make a lot of assumptions. When you don't know things, you assume a lot. Assumptions about the industry. You believe at least right now in this industry, this was as at 2018, 2019, we'll be saying things like, at least weddings now, at least the highest wedding photographer, they cannot be collecting more than 500K for weddings. That was what, it's about what you know. So we'll be like, no. We didn't know that we're just talking based on the little information that we have. Because we were still collecting maybe 200K. So we say, worse. We didn't know that we're already collecting 5 million. Because we didn't know. So over time, as getting to this point of my life, I found out that, it is what you know that determines how you think. It's what you know. So when I just casually asked the question, who has read 3 books this year? There's no how he has not learned certain things that are new to him from those 3 books. Even if it's just one lesson, he has learned. So I found out that things I say then, and all of us do it now, the things we say when we're just having casual conversation with our partners or our friends, we just say things, this decor makes sense. So I'm sure this decor, they could don't pay rich like 5 million for this kind of decor. And you'll be sure that maybe that decor is 30 million. But your mind cannot just handle it. You just don't believe it's possible that they will pay 30 million. But you'll be shocked. Do you know how much an average budget for a wedding these days is? Who can guess? in naira. Average, just like, okay, for a big, okay, let's say for a big wedding. Although some of those ones in a white big wedding we go to. Just estimate, yeah? Estimate. Not based on the current economy, let's say based on last year or last 2 years. Because I notice have changed now. 2025. 30 million. What do you think? Top Studios, you are in the event space, you are an event vendor. What? That's the average budget he just mentioned. It's not 2025 anything. 2025 is a small wedding. That is a small wedding. That one is not. You think it's a big wedding? What 2025 million? You know how much they pay for those things they do. I remember I was standing with a planner in this old Ministry of Justice a few years ago, and she was talking to me, and I was like, "I'm all this way." She was like, "This is their client's budget." And I was like, it's not easy. All those clients that can pay like 20 million. That amount, the wedding was like 20 million. Okay, that's why she looked at me. That what am I saying? 20 million. What does that one do? They said the minimum, maybe 50 million. They can try. It was like they can. I said, eh? I remember I called my friend. 150 million. She, where do you know? I was like dumbfounded. Like, how can somebody? No, because it was my level of thinking. Some people don't forget that this 50 million for some people, they make it in less than 24 hours. Yeah. Some families make it in less than an hour. But because our bringing really plays a crucial role in the way we think today. Let's not lie to ourselves. Our bringing our society, our environment, oh my God, has really contributed to the way we think. So there are certain things that we cannot comprehend. So we feel this was just wasting money. If they had asked me 4 years ago that the amount I pay for my house right now, I will be paying it, I will argue. I'm like, me, how would I pay this kind of money for a house? Who's going to tell me that? I'd rather go inside. Hey, he's thinking, mindset. But now I pay it comfortably. I'm even talking to my wife. I say, we want to move. I want to go more. But if you asked me 3 years ago, I would say, even the way we say, even if I have the money, I will not say. I'd rather all those kind of things. It's poor man talk. I'd rather invest it. I never get money, Joe. Because, of course, investment and these things are the ways to grow wealth. Nobody is ruling that out. But that is not how wealthy people think. Some of you might even know the story of the meaning of the word mentor. It's even a name. It's not even a word, actually. It's a name of someone that actually mentored another man's son. Let me not bore you with the details of the story. But the point is, you see, when I look at the first 5 years of my photography journey, I keep asking myself today that only if I had mentors then, how far I would have come now. Because that's what changed my life. Talking to people transformed my life, literally. It's just like you are going somewhere and you don't know the way. And you stop and you say, boss, please, I go so street. And they tell you, go like this and go like this. That's the meaning. But they don't tell you go like you will just be walking. And that's what I was doing if I was just walking, roaming, just using Instagram to decide the state of people's businesses. So that's like, this guy has not posted for 2 months. That means he's not getting jobs. Who told you? I've been there. But me too, this year, I posted maybe once or twice. Should I tell you the jobs I've shot? So me and my guys there, but this guy's not posting. People are not booking him again. His work is not good. How do you know? So that was where we were. Until I started talking to people, I started understanding how businesses work. I was like, so people are doing this type of thing in business. People made me understand how to run finance, how to build teams, how to create system, how to market the right way. None of us don't market. We just post. And we call it marketing. If they ask you, are you marketing? You say you're marketing. And you're posting on Instagram. That's your marketing. If I tell you how much we invest on marketing daily, you will literally walk out of here. Daily, not monthly. But that's the way. So when you look at Red Magic's page now, Red Magic has 60-something thousand followers. Out of the 60,000 followers, maybe you people are like 40,000 inside. Are you the one I'm marketing to? No. So this is how to change your mind. It's as simple as that. Just opening up yourself to fresh knowledge. Because the more you know, it will determine the things you say and the way you think. Simple. So it is powerful investment. They used to say readers are leaders. Those days when they say those things is because the only way to access information was through reading. But now we live in a age where even if you are not a fan of books, you can access information anyhow. YouTube is my world. In fact, since Chelsea started playing nonsense last season, I didn't subscribe on my what's it called? DSTV again. Are you a Chelsea fan? I didn't subscribe on my DSTV again. So in my house like this, it's just YouTube, Netflix. Even though Netflix is definitely extremely minimal compared to so YouTube is like my TV. And you know how YouTube is. If you watch some type of videos, it will be giving you suggestions. So anytime I open my YouTube, there's one fresh one waiting for me. From maybe Diary of a CEO or Mel Robbins or or Stephen, but all these people, there are plenty. Daniel Priestley, top guys. These are global leaders. In the days before, the days of old, before you meet people like this, you can't even meet them. But because we live in a tech age now, they are making a lot of products for you, free videos. They will go to conference, they will post it on YouTube. They will go for one program, they will post it, they will do podcasts, and you're not watching. You have access to knowledge from. Can you sit down with Dangote today? Can you make a call and get Dangote? You can't. The types of people I watch, these guys are even bigger than Dangote. You know, but I don't have to meet them. They have so many podcasts. Some of them, they have 30-something episodes, 40-something episodes on Spotify, sitting there. And you are waking up in the morning and you are on Tunde Ednon's page. You see how the way you are misaligning. God bless Africa. Thank you. It's been long I said that God bless Africa. I've unfollowed those pages since. So I don't know what's going on anymore. I don't follow one blog. I think the only blog I follow is Olori Supergirl, I think. And it's been long I saw I post. Maybe I've even unfollowed that girl out of one anger, maybe one day. Because those things are distracting. If you open my personal profile and you see my timeline, you will know the kind of person I am. I don't follow anybody anyhow. And I did it. I had to do a detox sometimes 2 years ago. A real detox. So it's not like I don't follow these people. But from the things these people have been teaching me, they keep saying the same thing. So I said, okay, let me do. And it didn't really, it transformed my world. Because before, I wake up in the morning, open IG like this. There's one accident that happened in Ibadan Expressway. I will first see. What is that? How does that help my life? And that's where mindset is. We have different gates to our soul. Our eye gates and our ear gates. So the things you see and the things you hear significantly impacts the way you will be thinking. And we've heard this thing before that the rich think differently. They say things about the way these people think. It's different way a poor man thinks. Let me not bore you with the details, but what you receive is what will determine what you say and what you think. So you have to begin to work on bringing in fresh information from people that are already living in your future. And when I say people that are living in your future, I mean people that are, you get what I mean? People that are already living the type of life, the type of dream you're hoping to achieve. And they're right there at your beck and call. Even if you cannot even meet them in person. Because it's very hard to meet these people in person. If I tell you the things I've done to meet the people I've met, you'll be shocked. So don't put yourself under pressure. You know, a lot of us, we love to think of limitations. Okay, I love this man. I want to be like this man, but he lives in Abuja. So the first thing that comes to your mind is, where will I see money to now fly to Abuja to meet this man? Even if I get to Abuja, how will I meet this man? That is the problem. We think so much from the place of limitations, challenges. Instead of you to start from, okay, let me even buy this man's book. For example, I was in a masterclass last weekend. The person that hosted the masterclass, I don't think I have any. There's no way I can get to know him. Where do you want to meet? But I did the masterclass. The masterclass was quite pricey. I went. Now I have his number. That's how it works. I didn't just find a way. I paid to enter that room. And at the end of the day, I made sure I left with his personal number. He asked PA, he was referring to me. I waited. I made sure I got his personal. I was intentional about building a personal relationship with the man. Because I know he can help my life. But if you don't even have the resources to do all that, start with what's available. Me now, I spend a lot of times on Roving Heights. You guys know Roving Heights now? It's a bookstore. Hey, Roving Heights, ROVING, then Heights. It's if not the biggest bookstore we have in Nigeria. I spend a lot of time there. And what I do there is that I look for Nigerian authors. Online, no? So you can do it on your phone. You don't need to go. They have a store, Ikeja. I think they have in Surulere. And they have in Abuja. I don't know if they're on the island. I'm sure they'll be on the island. So I look for Nigerian authors. Plenty. Because I like Nigerian authors. Because, you know, sometimes Onyibo can be giving you some things that are not very much applicable in this side of the world. So I look for Nigerian authors. So these authors might not be the biggest names. So they might not be the Dangotes. No. It can just be CEO of maybe one cosmetic company. It can be CEO of maybe a chain of spa. It can be CEO of like I've read the book of the CEO of Nuban Beauty now. I've read that book. I have a book at home. I have Akin Alabi's book. You guys know Akin Alabi, House of Rep. You know, he's a serial entrepreneur. He also taught us in this masterclass I said I went to. And many other Nigerian authors. Some of them, I don't even know them. But I just see the business they are running. And I go and check the business. When I say, okay, this business looks like if we're to do business, I'll buy their book. These books are cheap. 3K. That's what do you use to take your girlfriend on dates now? You see, these things are not expensive. 4K, 5K. The expensive ones, highest, 10K. Something that can literally take your life to the next level. You need to think about it. Just spending 5K on a knowledge, fresh knowledge, knowing that, okay, it is fresh knowledge that will help my mind change. And it is when my mind begins to change and evolve that I can start to think differently. And it is when I start to think differently that I can begin to attract the things that I want. It's as simple as that. And you have to do it to get it. It's not by hearing it. So it's not because you are here now, Red Magic is not telling you these things. Please close the door. It's not because you are here and Red Magic is now telling you these things. You now say, oh, when Red Magic told me to say, oh, I learned so much. You now continue your normal lifestyle. It's a waste. The only time it's going to make sense is after this, you actually do it. And it's not a one-time thing. So it's not like you just buy one book. You now finish reading the book and say, now my mindset has changed. You'll keep. It's a lifetime journey. I myself, I'm still working on my own. It never ends. But it changes. Believe me, guys, it works. Because the period of time that I used to come to terms with this old mindset thing, it took me so long. Because I thought this thing is just jargons. You know that feeling of, oh, let's make money, Jare. All this one is just English. So for a long time, I ignored that part. I was just chasing the money. How much? How many weddings? Give me 5 weddings. Give me 3 weddings. Give me 10 photo shoots. At least the more work we do, the more money we make. That was my thing. So I didn't care for long. And the thing almost damaged my business. If not, you know. But when I had to go back to that dream, okay, let's even get this thing right once and for all. So the day I said I saw the first thing called mindset, it was not the day I applied. It was almost 2 years after. Before I came to terms, okay, this mindset, okay, let me start. Okay, I'm ready. And that's when I started getting results. You know, and the result came from the fact that I started applying it. How did I apply? I started reading books. I'm terrible when it comes to reading books. So if you are like that, we are the same. I hate it. Especially when I see the book is already looking fat. I'm like, which one will be this one again? You know, sometimes the title will be so good. How to do this also, I'm interested. But when I see the pages, even till now, I don't know how to finish books. Even till now, I will read like first 4 chapters. I will see another title again. I'll carry it on. So I understand it can be hard. But if you are not even an avid book reading person, YouTube is fantastic. YouTube is, I will sit there like I watch podcasts. I watch 2 hours podcast. 2 hours podcast. I love it. Because those people, they will have time. They will talk, break things down so much about their life, how they run their life, how they run their relationship, what they do when they wake up in the morning. I will try it. I will apply it. Small. You take from here, take from here. Imagine listening to up to 10 global leaders. These people are global leaders. You will see one man that is 27 years old. He already has 13 businesses. And he's doing podcasts. And you are not listening to it. He's making videos for you to listen and learn what he's doing. And you are not watching. But all the series, you've finished Bridgerton plus Money Heist. You see his eyes. He knows what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong in chilling, watching movies. I love movies. I still watched movie last night. And the movie I was like, I watched it before. I liked it. I watched it again. So I'm not here coming to sound like I'm not human. I'm a robot. So I'm just no. So I'm a regular guy like you. So there's nothing wrong with that. But you have to understand priority and your urgence, because you are in an industry that is growing. I believe everyone here is either a photographer or something like that. So you are in an industry that is actually, the industry has not grown, but because of our level of thinking, we used to think, photographer don't plenty. I'm sure some of you talk like that. Photographer too much. That's why we cannot increase our price. It's because there's too many photographers. Why are people still releasing hit song? Another artist will still drop one tomorrow now. So we have that, because I was there too. The industry is changing. Photographers are too much. So to increase price is hard, because if you go and increase your price, they'll just take the job and go and give it to another photographer. That is wrong. Who told you that? It's very wrong. It's a big lie. In fact, the more all of us get better as photographers, the better for the industry, because we'll become more valuable. And now they will have to come to terms with who we are. But if we keep crashing the industry because one person that doesn't have the right mindset is just collecting jack sheets, and the person is actually improving in his photography. So it's not really much about you can improve in your photography and you don't make money. Because you won't even be able to price yourself well. You won't be able to value yourself well. You won't be able to go to certain places where you can grow your value, where you can meet the right people that will recognize your value. An average Nigerian woman will not pay you 5 million for photography. But in this same Nigeria, somebody will pay you 50 million. People are making it. And it's not like they're making it once in their lifetime. They're making it steady. Like steady. Facts. Even in the wedding industry. Even in the portrait. People charge 2 million per outfit for portraits. People charge 750,000 per outfit for portraits. Inside the same Lagos, that you are living in the same state with the person. It's possible. And trust me, you would think it's because the person is a better photographer than you. It's a big, blatant lie. My mentors, I'm better than them 10 times. The people that teach me now, they know. Even they tell me themselves that you know that you photography, you sabi. They tell me. One of my mentors will tell me, I don't know how to retouch. He will say it, and the same person that said doesn't know how to retouch will be telling me that last week we did 15 million in the studio. I'll be like, me that I know how to retouch. So it's not about skill. Skill is crucial. So I'm not trying to downplay that, because that's what will take you to the table of kings. The work of your hands. So I'm not downplaying all that. But it is just 40%. I won't even say 50%. I'll say it's a crucial 40%. But the remaining 60% starts from this mindset. Until I started reading and associating myself with the right people, it didn't change. Check the next slide, please. Life is about being and what? Becoming. Not what? Having and getting. Everybody look at the screen. Life is about what? Being and what? Becoming. Who put this boy here? Life is about being and becoming, not having and getting. This is a very, very powerful rule. Stephanie Seabrook. Very, very powerful. Very, very powerful. Life is about being and becoming. It's not about having and getting. This thing can take your life to the next level. Because we all believe life is about what can I make? What can I get? What can I make? What can I get? Okay, what's next? How do I make money? Okay, I want to work for this man. How much will he pay me? I want to meet this woman. How much should he pay me? Okay, if I go to this place, what's in it for me? That's our way of thinking. I remember when I was working with my former boss then, this was 2016 or so, BNB. You guys should know BNB. Yes, she was my boss when I started photography. I used to learn from her. I don't care about the money. Me, I've always been like that though. In fact, my first wedding, I charged 20K. Then 20K was small money. So I charged 20K. I think they balanced me. But the next one, I charged 40. I charged 40K. They paid 10K. Till today, they are still owing me 30K. And they still called me after that to come and do one job again. So I didn't really care. But then I was still working in the bank, and I used to use my salary to even make album, because the money they pay me is not even enough to make album. I just didn't care. But when I was working for Mufe then, my primary focus was serving her and learning from her. I didn't care. We would travel to the north, spend 3 days. I will not collect one kobo. I didn't care. It was about serving her and learning, not her paying me. See, I do just for certain people now at this level I've got to for free. I don't even care. In fact, that one, I take it more seriously. If you see I did one free job last week, and my guys got there late. I didn't go. My guys got there late. They did the job, but if you see the episode I sent to the lady, apologizing. It's a free job. I should have said it not be free. Yeah. In fact, she was like, it's okay. I was like, serious letter to apply from the delay. I take full responsibility. Why? Because that relationship is very, very important to me. I spent money. Imagine flying bike from here to VI. You know how much the bike? It was crazy day for me and the guys. But I didn't care. And it was a free job. In fact, the lady said, these guys are already late, to tell them not to bother to come. They should just go back. I told my guys, just go. Whatever you miss, just do something. And I was just, it's free. You guys will come back there. We don't care anyway. No. So I'm at a point where I'm not really driven by making money. I'm focused more on building relationships. Because I feel like that's what has helped my life. When I meet people that are ahead of me, they tell me things that used to give me a headache. Sometimes they'll be telling me figure. So I was with my mentor in Abuja last year, and I was like, okay, this is your studio they are running here now. Is it because this studio is in a very beautiful mall? All those, not all this our own mall. This was a massive mall. I'm like, the rent in this kind of place. So I was like, sir, the money you make out of this studio, is that what you are using to pay the rent and the salaries of all this plenty stuff that I'm saying? They have like 3 receptionists and all of that. And it's not like their price was off the roof, was good, average. He said, yes. Now, I said, that means you have to make this much in a week to be able to. He said, yes, we make more than that. So, when they don't tell you, I didn't believe that you can make that kind of money from just doing birthday shoots in a week. So I'm like, it's not possible. But when you meet someone that's actually making it, and you cannot lie to you. So that's the power of relationships. So I take that more importantly. So like I said earlier, I started reading and I started meeting people. And that's the meaning of being and becoming. You have to evolve as a person. It is you, yourself, that will grow, not your business. Or you are the leader of everything of your life. Your business, your life, everything that has to do with you. You are the leader now. So when you grow, everything that has to do with you grows with you. It's as simple as that. Well, we don't focus on personal growth. We focus more on business and other growth and lighting growth and retouching growth. And I find that people that I was sitting with another mentor. I have plenty of mentors. I'm not the type that I follow. I have plenty. He was like, he spends like 60 million on school fees. I say, sir, do you have another business? How can somebody spend 60 million on school fees? And we are carrying this. If my camera is a bigger camera than his camera, just to shock you. I use a better camera and a more expensive camera. My lens bag is way more expensive than his old camera bag. You don't want to see. Do you see the irony? But talking to people like this, they open my mind to possibility. They make you see that, oh, wow, so this is possible. Okay, so how do you do it? So you have to make it very crucial in your journey that, okay, in the next 6 months, I need to meet at least 3 new people. Not the guy living on your street. So when I say 3 new people, I didn't say just people. People that are already living in your future. At least say to yourself, okay, in the next 2 months, whatever it takes. It might be from my church. It might be from maybe when I'm going out. And when you go for programs, my guy, you need to go out. See, there's nothing like introverts. It's because of the way you grew up. Don't let them come and lie to you. You're an introvert, you're an extrovert. When you leave that one. You have to go out. Go anywhere. Me, I don't care. Both the paid and the free, I just go. And it doesn't have to be photography events alone. You can go to tech. Tech is big now. They do programs all the time. They are doing fest here. They are doing exhibition there because of the whole fintech explosion in this side of the world. So go there. Before you know it, you meet one tech kini. I have a photographer friend that he has a group of friends in tech, and now they are designing one app. Yeah, that's how it happens. From there, the person you meet will open your head to certain possibilities that even this photography, you can just throw it to one side and say, hey, I can do this one and make this. Oh yeah, let me. But when you don't go out, you don't meet people, especially the ones that are ahead of you, you stay in the same level. It's as simple as that, because it is these people that you meet that will open your head to ideas and possibilities. It doesn't happen naturally. You won't see into your dream. Or you are just there. Of course, ideas can drop. That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying when it comes to getting knowledge, you don't get knowledge through dreams. What you get through dreams or through your thoughts is ideas. And you get more ideas when you carry more knowledge. So the more you know, the better. Because a lot of ideas that have come to your head before, you just shut it down. It's because you can't understand that idea. It looks weird. Something can just come and like, I can have so. But the moment that idea comes, you'll be like, you just move on. Because it doesn't make sense. Allow this one. What kind of thinking with this one? It doesn't even look realistic. But somebody's probably doing it somewhere. You don't even know the person exists. I hope you guys are learning something. You have to start going out. That's the external part. The internet, you need to start reading and watching videos. Make it reduce the movie, reduce it. You look like someone that will watch movies. I watch a lot of movies. Is it Korean film? Like her, see, she's smiling. She knows herself. Korean film people. You watch Korean? What's your favorite movie genre? Abi Zibo movie. I think I heard someone say Zibo movie now. Z-World, okay. It's beautiful. It's good to relax. It's good to chill, watch movies, rest. All these things are good. I'm not really that, but they are not important. And you have to be living with a sense of urgency. And the only way to do that is to start to take in fresh knowledge through books, through videos. It's important. I'm emphasizing, I have some point, but this one is the most important part. Because nobody will give you one formula and say, oh, you do like this, you make money. No. You need to get to a point where you can handle it. Now, when I was doing my forecast for this year, I believe, at the end of this year, I should make this much from wedding photo. I do different. I have an academy. I have studio like you guys. This is my studio and all of that. So I did some kind of forecasting. But for my weddings, I've even reached almost 60% or if not 50% of my targets already. And we are still in March. Because I could handle it. I myself was not like, maybe what I wrote was too small. Maybe I should go back and go and review it. It works. But the reason I remember when I was writing, I was like, this thing, because last year was tough. Last year tough. Are you sure you can? But it's actually not that difficult. And what has helped me was because I started working with people that are living in my future. It's crucial. If somebody is living in your future, that means they already know the direction there. It's as simple as that. Isn't that simple? They know the direction and they will just show you the direction. It's not that easy. So not that you might not easily find a mentor where you guys will just sit down, have a cup of coffee, or have tea, and you guys talk for 5 hours. That one might not be easy to come by. So even if it's their materials, you start with first. And you can have mentors that will never meet you. Plenty. I have read, there are people that have read their books, watched their video, podcast. I don't even joke with it. When I'm driving, I rarely listen to music in the car. It's not, wow, it's been long. It's been long. Except maybe when I'm coming back from church with my wife and we are in the spiritual mood, I play some Christian song. Other than that, anytime I'm driving, I'm listening to something. There's someone talking. I'm playing a conference. I'm playing something, or a podcast. I'm very big on podcasts. I listen to podcasts a lot. Gary Vee, Daniel Priestley, Vusi. Some of you should know Vusi. Vusi Tembekwayo. He's from South Africa. Hey. My body is... You people need to know these guys. Write it, Vusi. Go and watch these guys' content now. Go and listen to their podcast. These guys know so much. So learn from them. You understand? It's important. Daniel Priestley, Diary of a CEO, all these people, they open Mel Robbins. We know the popular ones, Brian Tracy. Some people here might not even know Brian Tracy. That's the funny part. Because that one is old. And everybody should know Brian Tracy. Hey, do you know Brian Tracy? I'm a Jamilaya. These guys will teach you, because that's what helped me. I started watching. And the more I kept watching, the more I kept becoming. That's what happens. Because it's like you are fertilizing the soil of your heart. You are fertilizing. The new knowledge is like fertilizer. It's just coming. It changed my thinking. It changed my perception. The way I see life. Even the way I carry myself. The way I talk to people. The kind of questions I ask people when I meet new people. The way I share ideas with people. Everything changed. To the point that even my friends, they are trying to catch up with me. And when I say they're trying to catch up with me, not money-wise. Because everything you put together, they can't catch up with me. You don't get money passing friends. No. I talk about my energy. And the energy is not coming from the fact that maybe I have one unique personality. It's coming because I'm becoming. New things are coming to my mind every day, every morning, every evening, every night. Before I go to bed, I always have my AirPods on. So I used to sleep with my AirPods. It's maybe after an hour or two that I'm fast asleep and I now wake up a bit and now remove the AirPod and throw it to one side. So every time I'm taking something new in. So it becomes a part of me. Have we met? Okay, sorry. I just like to pick faces. It has become a part of me to seek knowledge, and that thing has made me grow so much that I'm not really, in times when I'm not maybe making a lot of money, but I don't have much money on me, I'm not worried. Before, I'll be panicking because that was my essence. Credit alert was my whole essence. But now there are times that there's no money, but I don't fret because I know money will come. Just keep becoming. So getting to a point of dominance, wealth, significance is actually possible and is actually sure. Everybody here can get there. It's not a matter. We grew up thinking. I remember when I was young, I was thinking like, will I be rich or I'll be poor? When I was small, I used to think like that. Maybe I should be rich or I'll be poor. I thought it's like mini, mo. That is luck. I know our parents did not really help, to be honest. When I say they took care of us, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying when it comes to this training about how you should think. So I used to be like, maybe I'll be rich. I'll now imagine, I'll come back to my senses. I'll be like, maybe I'll be poor, sha. I don't know. I hope I'll be rich, sha. That's how I used to think. Like consciously, as a secondary school. I remember I would sit down, maybe I'll be rich. If I see one fine car, maybe I'll drive this car. Then there's this Honda Accord. Now the car. Then there was like there's one rich man in my mom's shop area. His name was Makinde. He used to drive down that Accord and pass. I said, maybe I'll be rich. Maybe I'll drive this car when I'm married. This car, I reject it. But there's a then. Like, so I didn't understand that getting to a point of wealth, dominance, significance is actually everybody can get there. It's not luck. It's not hanky-panky. Because what I've learned is that even if you get the connection you didn't prepare for, you will destroy it. I've done it. It has happened to me a number of times in previous years. I've connected with ambassadors and I destroyed it. But I did not know. I didn't have the mindset. I could not handle his own. People like, this guy get connection and waiting make him make this money. If me said get the kind of connection where this guy get, he said lie. You can attract the connection. Because when the connection comes, you will not be able to handle it. I destroyed this suggestion that when we went to deliver the woman's job, another child was getting married 2 months after. She told it to my face that, me, I've already booked another photographer. Me, I cannot go what I went through, this one. I can't go through it again. Ambassador. Imagine. Now you be like, why will you do that? You didn't know that the one was ambassador. But it's mindset. You think you will handle it right. You let the opportunity come. That same habit that you've been doing with these small people that you call small is what you will carry when you meet the big people. When you start to become, it changes your thinking and it changes your attitude. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, go to the next. What's this? Live your future. Live your future. Oh, goodness. I just pray you guys apply this things. Ejo, I'm begging. So that you not just say you just came, you saw Oluseyi Magic on black shirt, and that's the only thing you are living here with. Try to do these things. Live your future. Living your future is when you go to places where people in your future are. That's one of the most practical way to live your future. I don't say when you, like I said, start doing the things they do. That one might be hard because you don't even know what they do until you go to where they are and see it. Then you cannot do what they do, isn't it? So when you take your last kobo and you walk into a fancy restaurant and you have a nice lunch, you are investing in yourself. You are not wasting money. You just don't know it here because those type of investments, you don't see the reward immediately. But you are tweaking your mindset. Because at the point, if somebody tells me that I can take my wife somewhere and spend 50K or 70K, where? Why? How much was I even earning? So you have to start living in your future. You need to go to where these people are. It works. It takes action to break free from your mindset. It's not easy. It's actually hard. I won't lie. But it's possible. And everybody can break it. It's not, and when I say it's hard, don't say, okay, maybe it will be hard for me. It will be easy for the other person. You just have to, when you start to experience what these people are experiencing. I remember going for a small vacation with my wife in February during Valentine. And the coming back, and funny, at that time, it now happened that my phone got spots. So I didn't now go with phone. My screen was bad. It was the day I was traveling, so I could not go with my phone. So I was just there, no phone. I enjoyed myself. And I was like, so this is type of, because these are the things I've been seeing. So this kind of life people are living. It changed your orientation. That there are certain things you will not be able to accept again. But when you don't taste the new thing, that old thing becomes your lifestyle. And some of you think you have to wait for the new thing will not come to you. You will have to go to it. So you go for a nice lunch, you start dressing well, you go for conferences. Sometimes you can even go using your work. I've gone for 2 places where this place is too big, I can't even afford it. I just send them an email that I want to partner with them to do their media for free. Just for me to enter. To do their media for free, I can go there with my boys. I won't carry camera, I just enter and just, okay, what's happening here? I just want to be present where these senior men are. If I just seeing them, imagine hearing something that this man makes 5 billion in a month. And you meet him in person and look, even if you don't talk, you just stand close to him and you're looking at, see the short man, just regular guy. Sometimes you look at these men on TV and they look like gods and some alien robots that the way they think is not human. Yeah, the same human being. When you meet them in person, sometimes you two like, go to Dubai and all. So it's just this guy. Yeah, see me now. You understand? It's not that hard, but when you get there, you begin to see the possibility. So you need to go out more. It has to be, you have to force your, because me, I have to force myself. Sometimes I will write it. She go out on Wednesday. I'm now, okay, when it's now Tuesday, okay, let me find someone that I can call, that we can meet up. It's not easy, because the easiest thing is just to play PlayStation and watch a movie and sleep or edit. And that's what we spend most of our time doing. We edit. We don't understand the power of time. We don't understand the power of time. So that's sleepless night editing. If you have some extra cash to get someone to do it for you, you better do that. Don't come and beat yourself up until you do that. If you don't have the resources, do your work. You have to be diligent. So I'm not coming here to downplay that you must need to. I used to do it very well, even till now. Last week Thursday, I was home. I started retouching from 10 till like 7. Because there are certain customers that I deal with, they are just myself. So I'm not here to come and tell you every day I'm just walking to restaurants looking for rich men and I'm not taking my work seriously. No, that's not what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, this is how to tap into that frequency of people that you are hoping to become. You have to go to where they are. The moment you start going to where they are, circumstances will be coming up where you begin to meet them. There's no, that's how life is. Before you know it, something will happen, you meet this one. You guys, okay, you have this thing. Oh, I've checked your page, man. Your content is beautiful. I would like to give you a fresh corporate headshot for the new year. Just something new. Everybody likes free things. So, yeah, no, but come to my office. You get it before you know it. You've collected the woman's number. You guys are already talking small. And when I say talking, doesn't mean you'll be messaging the woman, be saying, hi, how are you? No. Or those people, if you don't have value to offer them, don't speak to them. They are very difficult people. So if you don't have something to tell, that's why most people, when I go to them, I always talk about something I can give them first. That's how I start conversations. I don't just say, how are you? Nice to meet you, man. I love your work. You are the greatest of the greatest. They hear that every day from people. So there's nothing special. When you go to them and offer, like this woman I said, I did a free job last week. When I met her, it was a program she put together with another organization. And I sent them an email. I just sent an email. I didn't even message the woman, even though she was my target. I sent the organizers of the program an email that I would like to partner with them. Where I run in the top media, that is English. I run a top media company. This. We'd love to do this for you for free. Just partner. We love what you are doing. What's my business? What they are doing? It was a hard something. I'm not interested, but I don't care. And I got that access. Now me and this person we talk well. And fortunately for me, she wasn't even the only person that I networked with through that. I networked with someone that has connected me with quite a number of people. So it works. I didn't just sit in my house and say until they call me to come and do job, I won't go out. Go out, do free job. Don't let them come and lie to you and tell you you value yourself. Don't do anything for free. I hate hearing that thing. What do you mean? I will do plenty free jobs if it will take me to certain tables. Just take it as collaboration. You collaborate. That's collaboration. You offer somebody something for you, get access. It might not be the person that you give the free service to that you get your benefit back from later. It might be someone you meet there. Maybe when you're there, you now meet the real one that God has sent you to meet. But if you lock yourself up, you don't go out, you don't network, you don't meet these people, you don't grow. And when you grow, you start meeting these people, you begin to see possibilities. And those possibilities will be so powerful that the dreams you have now, you will not have it again. You will see. You just like the things you have now, you'll be like, this kind of nonsense dream I did get before. Because the things you hope to achieve now, you will be thinking that's the highest you can ever get. Until you start to meet these people, you know that's like the lowest you should be safe. You should be able to do more than that stuff in your mind now that you're thinking about. And that's where I got to. When I started talking to my mentor, the closest of all of them, he used to tell me things like this. I will not sit my wife down and say, babe, I can talk for hours. She'll be like, it's okay, it's calm down. Because I'll be like, wow. When somebody tells you new things, I'll be like, so all these things, people do these things, and they're actually getting this type of results with this type of small efforts. Ignorance is a bad thing, guys. Very bad thing. So you have to be running from it. So first go and unfollow all those blogs you are following, please. All those kit makers, they are doing more damage than help. Trust me. I don't follow one like this. One kit maker. Even the one I love the most, I love that guy so much. I don't follow him. I just okay. If how Instagram works, sometimes suggestion will bring I will watch that one, but I don't go to the page and go and before I will open the kit makers page. I will lie on the bed. I will sit down there and watch and wow. That thing is bad. Some of you that you know yourself. It's bad though. It's entertaining, but it's bad. You have to change that. Next slide. Change your circle of influence. I've talked about that already. Next slide. Know who you are. Your uniqueness is your power. Now, let me say this. I wrote it down here. Know who you are. I'm getting to the nitty-gritty. Hope I'm not talking for too long. Hope you guys are getting value. Please let me get water. Know who you are. Your uniqueness is your power. Your personality is your strength. I don't know if I added that part. I'm not sure I did. Your uniqueness is your power. Check the next slide. Is there. Okay, it's not there. Go back. Your uniqueness is your power. Your personality is your strength. Now, let me quickly say this. In the journey of you becoming very dominant in your industry, as a photographer, for example, all of us can be doing the same thing. We are photographers. In fact, we can even be in the same genre. All of us are shooting weddings alone, for example. Doesn't mean we cannot have our uniqueness. And when I say uniqueness, it's not majorly style of photography. Because style of photography too is a form of uniqueness in the technical standpoint. I'm talking of the life standpoint. You have to come to a point where you are very, very aware of your personality. Because that is where because when you start meeting these people, they will know. When you start going out, you start exploring, you need to be sure of who you are. And when I say sure of who you are, your character, your nature, because you have to double down on your strengths. We all have our strengths and our weaknesses. That's a fact. So you have to know what your strengths are. Are you good at talking to people? Are you good at are you someone that loves to make impact? Some people love to make. Some people are just specialists. They just want to do the job well and go. There's nothing wrong with that. Some people they just want to make people smile. They just want to make people happy. You can even do real thorough temperament test. It will really help you to know the type of person you are, so that you can work on your weaknesses. But most importantly, double down on your strengths. The weakness is not even more as important as the strength. It's that strength that will be your mantra. So you can say, okay, this type of person that I am, I will apply it when it comes to my customer service. When it comes to the way I talk to my customer, I love to build friendship with people. I talk a lot. I love to vibe with people. Okay, anytime I want to deliver albums to my customers, I'll be going to their house myself, because I know how to talk to people. I know how to make people laugh. I know how to make people have a great time. Okay, I won't be using dispatch. I'll go to their house myself, so that when I want to deliver, they will tell me to come inside, because I'm the photographer that brought it, and we'll sit down and we'll gist, and you deliver. They are looking at them, they're happy, and you guys are having a great time. You're laughing. You are not just winning their heart, you are winning their soul. It's like you're buying their soul, literally, in a way that by the time you are done with, you move on with your job, they will never forget you. And if they want to do maternity shoot, or they have a friend getting married, they won't agree. They must use you, because you've used your personality as your strength. And your strength can come in different. It might even be on the day of the wedding you are doing the job. You can go extra mile for your brides. Do extra. Some of you, they did not give you food. That's what you're worried about. You don't give person food. They say we should come and shoot second dress. Okay, go and shoot. I'm not shooting anything. They show. Me, I don't want some food again at this point. I'll just go there for food. But I've been there too. That is how they treat me that determines how I treat them back. We preach it. We tell planners that you treat us well. But no matter how they end up treating you, you have to blow their mind. Both from the planners, because planners are the biggest middlemen in our industry, for those of us that are in the event space, and also the clients themselves. So it's important that you know who you are. Some of you don't even know your temperament. Something as basic as that. Even me, I just found out my temperament like a few months ago. I wasn't interested in this thing, but they actually work. Because when you do proper, because we have different random tests, but when you do proper thorough tests, it will give you an analysis of why you have that temperament. And majority of us, we tend to have double temperaments. It's not usually one for the most part. So they will break it down. Okay, why do you have more of this and this? That means you are prone to do this, you are prone to do this. Like me now, I'm disorganized. And I got it from my temperament. I saw it, but I've always been disorganized. So this people did not lie. I'm not a very organized person. But I have my strengths too, that I'm very good at. That even when I was trying to come to a point where I understand myself more, I even had to call my folks and ask them questions. Daddy, when I was young, do I do this? How do I do? What's my nature? What kind of person was I? How stubborn was I? Or what are the things I love to do when I was a boy? When I can't even remember. Or when I was in secondary school, where do you used to find me? They said Game Center. Yes, you see PS1, we used to play that time. So anyway, the point is that gave me enough data plus temperament from what my wife said, what my friends said, what my parents said, what my sister said, and I happened to be the last one. So I added that one. So they were, know when you were young, this was the things. These things you take them seriously. You used to be happy when we talk about these things. That gave me data. It will come into a point where I'm like, okay, so this is the person. So this is me actually. I don't need to change who I am. I just need to double down self and magnify who I am. So the part where I believe I'm not very good at, I just find people that will help me solve that part. Next slide. Steps to mastery. Steps to mastery. I'm almost done. I know I'm taking your time a bit this morning. Steps to mastery. Number one. Yeah, give them number one. Yeah, next slide. What's that? Learn from a master and be what? Be consistent with it. Learn from a master and be consistent with it. Learn from a master and be consistent with it. When I was writing this, I was like, okay, learn from a master. I was like, okay, where does it end? Is it just about learning from a master? But I decided to add that you have to be consistent, because some of you will pay for a workshop. For example, you go for lighting and color grading workshop. Then the person that is doing the workshop will tell you, after this workshop, you will master how to light and color grade. Then you go, and you believe that because you went to one workshop, you'll be as good as the person that taught you in the workshop. It doesn't work that way. Learning is a process, and it never ends. Learning is a process and it never what? Hence. So when I say learn from the master, first of all, be very selective about who you learn from. Don't just learn jack and shit anywhere. Be selective. Know that, okay, this person you are learning from, it might be technical learning, like lighting and the likes, and it might be business, it might be life, it might be all of that. Learn from someone that you know that, this one knows what he's doing. Then when you learn from people, don't stop there. Don't just go there once and you learn one of, because there's no how, no matter how much they dish out to you from a session, you can't learn it all. So don't say, Mama, somebody tells you, please come for my, let's say this photographer says, come for my workshop. You'll be like, I went for this guy's workshop last year now. I learned now, but I didn't learn everything. You can't learn everything. You have to keep learning. It's an ongoing process. It never ends. You learn the ones you can learn for free. You pay for the ones you should pay for. You learn the ones you can learn for free. You pay the ones you pay for. You just keep going. That's how you get to the point of mastery. You don't get to the point of mastery by hoping you get there. And you're like, at least if you know, before I used to think like, okay, I'm this good, right? This is like my first, second year in photography. I'll be like, oh, if I'm this good in photography, that means in another 2 years now, from now, I'll be much better. Then I used to think that it's a function of time. Like the more I grow older, and for me to have become this good, that means in another 2 years, naturally, who told you that? In fact, it will be worse. Because the ones before you will just come again and just overtake you. So you will actually be worse, not even better. So it's a growing concern. You have to keep learning from people that are masters in the crafts. Don't just learn anything. Not if you learn anything anyhow from anybody. Somebody just rush, learn. You might be learning stuff that will not help you. Because the person that's teaching you probably doesn't even know what he's doing. So you have to learn from people that you know that, this person knows his onions. You want to learn wedding photography, don't go and learn wedding photography from somebody that is living and breathing in the studio. These guys can't shoot weddings. And don't let Instagram bamboozle you. Somebody can post a beautiful bridal portrait. That is not wedding photography. That's portrait photography. Even though the market and the industry have forced all of us to become portrait photographers by force. Me, I don't like portrait. I don't like retouching. I hate it. I can do it, but I hate it. I love shooting weddings. I can climb tree to take picture. That's me. But when I'm shooting portraits, the moment they say they are wearing 3 outfits, I'm already angry. But weddings, if you like wear 6 outfits, I'm fine. It's just my nature. So I just double down on my strengths. So you never see me pushing portrait portfolio. I don't want much of portrait jobs. I do it, but I'm not crazy about it. But weddings, I love it so much. You understand? So I double down on my strengths. And in my journey of mastery, I learned from the best. See the person I said I work for. In fact, right from my early on, I was very, very selective about the people I learned from. I didn't just learn anyhow. The people that I know, this one, I want to get the way she does this, the way he does that. Those are the people I go for. I've gone for some weird workshops where I'm like, let me use the word, I'm like the best in the class, because I'm sure some of my fellow students be like, boss, what do you can do for this workshop? But me, I know I'm there. Some people like, why is magic in this place? Even the owner of the workshop will be like, I know this guy, what do you do for my class? But I have something I want to pick from there. And I pick it and I go. I humble myself, I sit in the back like everybody else. I don't come and say, I'm real magic. I just came from this workshop because I want to. No, I don't care. I came to learn like everybody. So sometimes I even ask my fellow students question. Bro, for this side, I know to get. I'm like, what will I lie about? I just don't stop learning. And I still learn. I have a folder on my YouTube where when I see a video I'm interested in that is photography there, I save it there. When I have free time, I sit down, I start watching. And I start practicing it. I keep learning. I still learned something new last week. So it never ends. So don't stop learning, especially technical and also, of course, when it comes to your life. Next slide. Did you see this? What is practice always? Education without what? Application is just what? Entertainment. That's why I'm really particular about you guys applying what you are learning from me today. Education without application is just entertainment. Now you're just seeing Oluseyi Magic performing, giving you nuggets of wisdom. Change your mindset. You're like, more mindset. You now live here and nothing changes because you don't apply. So you have to do these things that I'm telling you to do. Go and meet your tailors. Boss, let me make like 5 native way will dry well. Like you can still use your local tailor. Don't go and meet my Atafo. My tailor is in Agbado and it's fantastic. And he's still my tailor till now. He has been making clothes for me since almost 8 years now. Yeah. The boss, I will call the boss. Let me arrange nice native. Make sure Kobale so that go sharp, pustache. Go out, go to places. Feel good. Don't wear slippers. Okay, if you try it. Okay, I'm impressed. Don't wear sleepwear. Go out. So even if it's a job, don't just go to job looking like a photographer, like they say. You just get there, they know this is definitely a photographer because of how shabby you look. Because they already have a kind of picture of how photographers should look. Enter and they say, "Are you the groom?" They used to do that for me very well. This one said, "Dress past groom." Oh. It's good. Of course, own your craft. So it's not your suit that determine how good your pictures come. But the way you present yourself, the way you carry yourself, not that the wedding is going on. You now go and stand in front of the caterer side. Give us food now. Give us food. And the bride, they are passing, the bridal train are passing, and they are seeing you fighting with caterer. I've done these things before. I saw the wedding in Godo that time. I was angry. Even though the couple happened to be like not friends, but I was here, so I was angry. They did not give me drink. You know those moments that one waiter was passing, I want to collect drink. They now pass. They do, I was angry. I drew the waiter back. Why did they worry you? And the couple were looking at me. I'm like, give him drink now. Why didn't you give him drink? Imagine. At that point, now my level was thinking. Then I thought the couple self-support me that no. I'm passing a message to their hearts that I'm not valuable, Jari. That soft drink is a big thing for me. Even them, they don't know that's what I'm doing to them. I myself, I don't know that's what I'm doing, but that's what's happening. Where they are now, it's entering their subconscious that magic, all those things is big. Soft drink can move magic. That's the meaning. So if I come to that same person and say, give me 5 million, they can't. They can't. They don't understand why you want to collect that money. They won't remember that you fight for soft drink. They won't remember. So it's not like they will remember. But there's something going on in their subconscious that just feel, no, this guy wants to dupe us. This guy wants to collect money. Like there's the same set of people will meet another person and they will comfortably. They'll be like, he didn't charge us much. The same set of people. So you work with some clients that, for example, it's a wedding, they will tell you, this is our budget, please help us, please help us. You now collect, you now get to the wedding, and you're like, hey, see wedding. So these people can afford this. So it's not really much about it's not really much about their pocket. It's about your value and what they perceive of your value. That's where the work is. And it comes from your mindset, how you go out, how you present yourself, where they see you, who they see you with. When you now start building your personal brand from there, and they start to perceive you as someone that is on their level, they won't be shocked when you charge them certain amounts. They won't be shocked. So I found out that the guys that are even the best photographers, they are not the one that's making the most money. A lot of times we see this thing on IG and you see the hottest wedding guys, portrait guys shooting mad-ass images. And in our minds, we believe, this guy, you are wrong. I'm not trying to say they are not making money, but they are not the one making the most money. The ones that are making the most money, they are not even half as good. Because those people, they were able to find a good balance between skill and business. But these guys that are so skillful, they don't know anything about business. I know of a guy that they wanted to give him a job in Mauritius last year, and because he was so busy, they could not reach him. And when I say he was so busy, it was just in the space of 5 hours. Because dealing with rich people, they don't have time. They will not be chasing you for 3 days. So I'm not trying to say they were so busy for days. It was just like 5 to 6 hours window. But these people, they want to negotiate pay. Maybe they planned it that today, that's their to-do. You know, these wedding people, they don't have time to wait. My to-do today is to book this vendor, book this vendor, book this vendor. It's not available. It's called the next person, straight. Before the time they've already booked. You know the irony of it again. Character is powerful. You know, the other vendor that they now booked, sorry, I can't mention him. So let me know. The other vendor now booked, because it was a trad and white, he messed the trad up so much that they had to now go back to the guy that, bro, we have something in this country, please go with us. Because the first one messed up, the one they did in Nigeria. Is it character? The opportunity that was going to someone else came to you. You messed it up so bad that they had to go back to that person. You see life. And both of them are talented and fantastic photographers. I'm sure you know their names, but I'm sorry. You understand? So it's not really much about, so there has to be a balance. Yeah? So don't be so moved. See, I'm sure after today I'll post one flyer and I want to do lighting. Yes, you learn it, master it, I'm good at it. But you have to learn these things, your mindset, business, life, practicing. Education without application is just what? Entertainment. Very important. Apply these things, guys. Apply these things. In fact, we have business of photography masterclass. This is March, right? Have we entered April yet? Okay, so business of photography, I think it's May. We want to use April, so it should be early May. Early May. I'm putting it together. It's going to be powerful. Almost 10 hours. Real course like this. You know, teaching about how to start, run, build a business, how to build a team, And this one is going to be very practical because I've gone quite to a number of business and photography classes, and they are not really, they are not practical enough with people. English is too much. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying. You know, there are some classes you go to, they're just speaking English, and I'll be like, people can't really use this knowledge, anything. And sometimes they'll be saying things that are so ambiguous that somebody that is just growing, that doesn't have all the money, will not be able to apply. At least right now, I can beat my chest and say, I have a good understanding of how photography business works. And I have streams. I run an academy that is doing very well, actually. And this academy is just, I think this is our first year anniversary this month. I think. Okay, you know. I don't know.
Someone mentioned it.
Oh, okay, yeah. So this is our first year, and we've done. Let me not tell you about turnover. You'll be shocked. You know, so there's there's a business around it. You know, not to talk of the studio where you are sitting right now, and we now have the weddings too. You know, we have other things we are doing on the ground. I cannot come and open up here. So I believe you will learn a lot. So have that in mind. Maybe you should even write your name down and register. It's not expensive anyway. Those of you that follow me, well, you know that my classes are not usually expensive. Are they?
No.
Very cheap. It's not some money. The money you guys pay, sometimes it's not even enough for my breakfast. To be honest, that's me being serious. So it's not much. If you know how much we spend on fueling in the office and paying for our marketing, you will see that the money, in fact, the ads we do to promote some of our courses. So it's not really profit driven, to be honest. This thing you are seeing, is it not free? Did you pay? No. So it's not really profit driven. That's why I should be in the office talking to some people and making some money. I'm here with you. So it's not really profit driven. So when I say I'm putting classes like this together, even this one that is free, you are getting value. Imagine the paid one, where I know that I have a responsibility to deliver value. And you need to know business, guys. You have to. Because a lot of us don't know business. But it's funny that we think we do. Because that's what I thought. I used to think, I know business that when you now start talking to people that are doing business, you now see that, I don't know, you don't know anything about how to run a business and how to grow it. Because when you start to think business and you understand how to grow business more, you understand how to make money to sustain it. And that is how you grow. You know, that's how you grow. So where did we stop? Education without application is just entertainment. The more you read, the more things you will know. I've talked on this, so let me not bother you with all that. The more that you read, the more things you will know. The more that you learn, the more places you will go. It's just a quote I got somewhere, but I really like this. The more you read, the more things you will know. The more you learn, the more places you will go. Now, this statement is powerful. I don't know if it's on my slide. Check the next slide. Okay, next slide. Okay, I think next slide. There's one. This is it. If you think education is expensive, try estimating the cost of what? Ignorance. You know, when it comes to you learning something new, to be honest, I've been in that show. It looks like a waste of time. It looks like stress. I remember the master class I went for the last weekend. On day one, I was having serious headache. You know what they call information overload? They pack again. I was just like, I just wanted to go out. Not that what they were teaching was not valuable. So learning is not easy. It can be tedious. But it's better to go through that because the cost of ignorance is more damaging. It's more damaging. So somebody tells you pay 100K for this, and you look at your bank account and you have 300K there, for example. And somebody says you pay 100K, and you're like, that is actually investment. You find out that 100K you are saving. You don't want to pay for that class. Something will not happen. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. It can be just necessities, expenses. For you went out by a gun here, pay this be your friend, your brother, the same money. You just go to something that if they now ask you that, okay, what did this 100K that you were saving? What did it now do for you? You can't say. So I got to a point where I say, I don't even care. As long as I know that I will get value from this thing, I will pay, no matter the cost. Because what matters is me becoming. So I thought, if it's about me growing, let me go be putting the money there. Because it's investment. So when you take money, go to the best places, you pay to go to expensive places, you pay for conferences, you pay for workshops. And when I say pay for conferences, it doesn't even have to be only photography conference. You can go for something that has nothing to do with your field. You are just expanding your knowledge, expanding your horizon. And all those other sectors, they even do a lot of free stuff. Education, government, tech. That tech is even big now. They do big events. That you go to, you see, even though what they are saying has not doing photography, but it's tech. It's from there you might get one idea that you bring it to the same photography that you are doing. You know, we have guys making money through tech in photography. People are already doing apps, doing platforms. For photographers, And it's so sad that majority of people that are making the most money there, they are not even photographers. And we should be the one growing our industry by ourselves, since we are the major stakeholders in it. You know? So the cost of ignorance is high. So don't limit, just like Mr. Nee used to say, and some of you should know you are this one. He will say, you better follow us on a journey. Those of us that are ahead of you, follow us on a journey. So the money that you're, so if he will be telling us that, he was like, if he's a very expensive man, he will tell you to our face that if I tell you to bring $1,000 and what you have in your account is $1,000, you better bring it. This man is big, so it's not like it's your money that's his problem. That's like he used to say straight. He said, if it's $1,000 and I ask for your $1,000, better give me. So that your $1,000 can become $10,000. Because it will never. For that money, because money is just a tool. Money is just, that's why they call it currency. It's just a tool. It's not meant to be kept for so long. Especially in this our economy. In fact, this is the place where you should spend money more. Because the money is devaluing in the bank. So why are you not keeping it? In your mind now, I want to save. In Nigeria, and your money is reducing. What your 500K can buy last year, you have to pay 850 to buy the same thing now. You guys know what I'm talking about. So somebody now says you come and carry knowledge that even if there's economic meltdown, your knowledge is your knowledge. Knowledge does not melt down. You now say, 60K. You now calculate 60K. You think of other things that 60K can do for you. And it's not like you do those other things. So you will keep the money and you will lose that window. Maybe it's a course, maybe it's a session. You lose that window and it's very hard to get it back. So please, the cost of ignorance is high, so don't joke with it. If there's an opportunity to learn something new, go for it. Don't limit yourself and say, you want to save money. Thank God I'm a married man. If I was still a bachelor, I would have been worse. Worse in the sense that I'm so radical with knowledge now. But now, when you're married, you have to comport. So you have to first let your Gabagata approve certain things. It's not everything that you can do by yourself. So, but if you are just that are not married, you have the opportunity. In fact, you have more opportunities to make mistakes. Because if we make one mistake, we have to explain. The money, wait, calm down, let me explain. But you people, are you married? You look married. You have how many children? They are very married. But the point is, those of you that are still young, you don't have anybody to hold you accountable. Get out there. Spend your money. I'm serious. I'm not saying spend your money on me. That's nothing to do with me. It can be anywhere. It can be anyone else you are looking up to. It's not about me here. Use the money. Let your money take you to where you want to go. Not that you say you want to give money and you're limiting your life. And your money is devaluing every day. You have to think about it. Does that make sense? Because all of us we believe it's the way to wealth is savings. That's a big lie. Savings is not the way to wealth. That's not the way to wealth. I saved though. I was working in the bank as at 2013, 2012. I saved some money with my dad till 2019. Actually, I was not helping myself. And it was quite a lot of money. But by the time I was not ready to use the money, I told my daddy to go and use it to help me get some land. He used the land that I got with the money. Inside one bush, one far place. The money was valueless. But as at when I put the money together, I think 2014 or 2013. If I had used it then to do the same investments that I did in 2019, I would have gotten something way better and more valuable. As at that 2019, in fact, the investment would have maybe tripled. And you know how the value of land is. But you can start somewhere, because as at when I bought that land, this land that I'm saying is far in bush. At least, the last time I checked, what's the value of the land now? When I heard it, I said, okay, not bad. You understand? So it always, you have to grow, use the money. Don't keep money. Me, I don't like savings again. No. I have savings. I'm not coming in here. I have, but it's not a lot. My friends, I have a friend. He's a photographer too, like you. Oh, him is crazy. That's what I said. He's so crazy to the extent that when he wants to pay rent, he will not be calling me. I said, bro, if I can't borrow me small cash for rent. I said, all those weddings you shot, now. He said, I bought this one, I did this one, I did that one, I did that one. But it's the wisest. Trust me. We will not borrow him money to pay rent. He's smart. Because if you see what he has, when it comes to his properties, when it comes to his investments, he doesn't keep money. He's magic, my dear. Tell you, I know they keep money. When I even tell him about, why you could keep this kind of money? If I get this kind of money, I don't go to sleep. That's what he used to tell me. He won't say, I will think of what can this money do now? What can I use this money to do? What can I use this money to do? So he doesn't joke with learning, going out, spending money, buying stuff. You think you people are photographers, so you know the worth of camera now. That camera that you're looking down on, now you cherish it. Because you see the value of it now. So you understand? So use your money to take your life forward, to push yourself forward. so that all of us can be organizing kind of. Sometimes I see events like AMVCA, and I'm like, can't we do all these type of things in photography? But how many stakeholders do we have? How many photographers have come together and go and rent a coat? I'm going to do this for you. Yes, a coat. We can't, because we don't have enough stakeholders. We don't have enough photographers that are doing well in business. And the demand that is out there is bigger than the vendors available. You just don't know. When I was doing my research and I was talking to some people, in fact, we have not even reached 7% of people that are taking photos when it comes to the population of Nigeria. It's not up to 10% of people that are actively patronizing our industry. Imagine, and look at the population of our country. And in fact, the record I got was even 5%. I'm the one that just saying, let's push it to 10%. People that are, okay, I want to do something, I'm having my birthday, I'm having my baby, let me hire a photographer. It's not up to 10%. What is the remaining 90% doing? So there's a huge market. And we have to begin to see things from the place of volume too. 5 times 10 is 50. 25 times 2 is 50. 50 times 1 is 50. So stop thinking until you start charging premium before you can be successful. You can collect 5K 10 times and still collect 50,000. And the one that takes 50,000 one times. And you, because you are building volume, you can collect that 5K, collect it 20 times. And you would have made 100,000. Why the one that is collecting 50K for one outfit is still waiting to find the one person that can pay 50K. You understand what I'm saying? So you need to start thinking business. How to build business, how to build volume. When I lost my studio, I started collecting the money we collect. In fact, at the point, I used to tell my guys, I don't like this price, it's too low. But when I check my record at the end of the month and I see how much I sent, I'm like, wow. You know, when you look at something small, you don't understand the power of volume. So we think until somebody pays you one massive money, you've not arrived. So when you hear a photographer charging 5 million, you say, this guy has fulfilled his destiny. Then the one that is charging 700, you think, you go and check their record. You'll be sure that the one that is charging 700 is a bigger boy than the one that is charging 5 million. Because the one charging 5 million is dreaming for the next customer. Why the one that is charging 700 have shot everybody and is living the life? But if you don't understand how to build business, how to create system, how to separate your personal expenses from business expenses, how to build team, how to use people to get your result, you will just be running. And that is where you have to think of ignorance and focus on investing on education. Important, guys. Very important. Learning is not attained by chance. Next slide. It's not attained by chance. It's not a matter of, I just learned, just like that. No. You have to be intentional about it. You have to be intentional about it. So this is the final thing I'll wrap up with. Next slide. Time. I mentioned that I talked about it earlier already. So I think I've said enough. Time is a currency. I have it written here. Every morning, everybody in life starts off with the same amount of currency, 24 hours. But look at the next statement. I think it's on the slide. Yeah, go to the next slide. Next slide. At the end of the day, they all end up different because of the way they use their what? Currency during that 24 hours. What you use the time to do is what the time is. All of us wake up in the morning with the same currency, 24 hours. All of us. I got this from Miles Moreau. But at the end of the day, they all end up different. But the way we go back to bed is not usually the same. Or we wake up the same. You have the same opportunities, but we don't go back to bed the same. They all end up different because of the way they use their currency during the 24 hours. And when I was watching that session he was teaching, he taught me mostly about using your time to gain. And how do you gain? Knowledge. Seeking knowledge, books, meeting people. Don't be sitting down with the guys on your level. You guys will just be doing more of complaining. You realize that? You should think about it. That your guy where in the day room together. What do you do most? Is it not to complain? You will analyze the government, talk about the economy. Imagine dollar. Camera was in Keystone. Now camera is, what would that do for you? That conversation, how did it benefit your life? But that small 45 minutes that you used to give to your guy, you are on your phone, you have your earpiece on and watching something from a global leader. He's teaching you something new. Which one is more beneficial? So by the time you go back to bed, the ones that are complaining about the government, you can't even do anything about it. I don't know who voted them there, all of us. So what do you want to do about it? Why not just focus on what will benefit your life instead? Because if you start to think about life from the standpoint of time, like Troy Roberts, that's TD Jake's son-in-law, taught something in his podcast about that we need to start looking at time from the place of seconds. Like, when we look at it from the place of years, it looks big. Time, I still have like 5 years. 5 years looks like far away. But when you look at it from the place of second, that, okay, what am I doing this second? The next second. The next, you cherish it more. So don't look at time in the next decade. I'll become so in the next decade. That's too far. Look at it, what can I become in the next 5 hours? What is the new person I can become in the next 5 hours? Okay, let me sit down, take these 2 hours and learn this thing. Or let me take these 2 hours, put your phone on flight mode or put it on silent, go and throw it somewhere and read this book. So you are using your time because that's the only currency you have. It never waits for anybody, so that all of us can get to a point where we can do big things together. They are there. I've written them down, but I ask myself, I can't do it alone. I need stakeholders. I need guys that have the mind I have, be able to have businesses, correct businesses. There are so many ways to make money. I know guys that are creating, they will take, if I Oyimbos, they will come to this same Nigeria, go to Olumorok, shoot Olumorok, take it to Paris and go and sell it for $10,000. And we are living here. We don't even know that there's money there. In this same Nigeria, I know guys that are taking pictures here and they are selling it online. Serious dollars. When I say I'm not talking 50, I'm talking 5K, 3K. They are selling to magazines there. Because those people, they read magazines a lot. It's a big market there. But here, we don't read magazines. So we think here, we are too local. So we think about our house. We don't know that things are going on out there that we can export. So you go to Agege Market and you shoot one woman selling tomato. And you put it on one platform or you mail it to some of these magazines and you tell them this is how much they can license it. They can license it exclusive. They only own the image. Or they can do it where other magazines can also use the image. And they pay you $1,000 for it. They pay. Because $1,000 is big here, but it's not big there. But what I'm saying is, use your time wisely. It's powerful. It will really, really change your life. Whatever you trade your time for, you become. Whatever you trade your time for, you come. You buy life with time. To change the quality of your life, change how you spend your currency. To change the quality of your life, what inches now? To change the quality of your life, you have to change what you use your currency to do. And your greatest currency is not your money. So the people that I've met that are doing big things now, I found out that they don't usually care about money. So when they make money, they are looking for what the money can do for them. Either to invest it in something, or to go and learn something, or to use it to enter a certain room. That one is important for big people. They'll be like, I want to enter this room. What's the meaning of room? Like where the people, some kind of people are. So they will pay big money. So you see some people, they will say they are doing a conference. 1-day conference, 2 million. And you'll be like, how can somebody pay 2 million for a conference? What do they want to teach? It's not the speech that they are going there for. So the organizer of the conference knows. So if I can pay 2 million to come for the conference and you can pay 2 million, we are not hungry. So all of us will meet there, all of us 2 million level people. So we now network. So people go there because they want to go and network. Yes, they are doing one in Doha now that my mentor went for. $10,000 in this economy. How much is $10,000? I know they said over 70-something people registered, and they are Nigerians. What did they want to go? These people, what did they want to teach them that they've not heard before? They should do their mindset. They should have team. They know it already, but they are going there to network. Somebody is going there with his portfolio, with his pitch. Maybe he wants to launch one hotel. He's going there to go and find people that can give him 100 million or 500 million to come and build one hotel here. You understand? That's how they grow. So that's why you find that the wealthy people keep getting more wealthier. So you now think they are privileged or they have a different luck. No, it's not about luck. It starts from your mindset. Taking your time seriously, then continually pouring into yourself fresh knowledge every day. Continually pouring into yourself fresh knowledge every day. And you see how your life can change. I hope you've learned something. Yes. Thank you so much. So I'll take 1 or 2 questions. Sure, okay. So I'll take 1 or 2 questions just to, maybe if you have something major that you believe we can all learn from or is bothering your mind, please proceed to ask. Come. I know that the frequency is working on that, but sure when she said. You are very sure. All right, so I think you raised your hand first. All right, so are you good? Okay. Can we carry on? Mm-hmm. All right. No, you can say this fine.
So my question is,
But speak out so everyone can hear you.
okay, so my question is, how do we balance family?
What did your voice say?
So my question is, how do we balance family and business?
In what context?
So for me, I had my family to at least the first year of my photography. They invested in me, so sending me to learn photography, and they left me. So by myself and God, I tried. I got camera, I got lights, I got everything I needed. Then they surprised me with a space.
Your family surprised you?
Yes.
That's your own
My
nuclear
own
family, not
yes,
your... Okay,
yes.
okay.
So after they left me alone.
Why you use what they left you?
Okay, so in my own context.
eh,
So, but there are sometimes that they just call me and like, hello, I've gotten I want you to shoot this person, and that's all, and I have to deliver. So I don't know. I've been fighting with it for like 4 or 5 years.
so they want you to shoot, like you mean for free?
There are sometimes that they just call tell somebody that don't worry, Omashe, they will just they will just tell the person that don't worry, we do it and talk to me to go and do it. So I've been managing, but it's getting to some extent that I think I need to it needs to stop.
No. Even though I said it's okay to do free stuff for people, you should only do free stuff. That free you are doing for someone, you are actually paying. It's just because you are doing it because you have something you are trying to get from it, and it might not be money. It might just be access. In fact, for the most part, it's access than money. But families, I do free stuff for family too. But I do it at my own terms. Nobody will call me and just say, go to that place and do this. No. If I shot my dad's best friend's wife's burial and I got paid. The best friend, childhood friend. When I see him, I literally roll on the floor. It's like my daddy too. And he lost his wife and I got paid. It's not that I do family stuff for free, but it's my terms, it's my choice. But if I'm at the point where no, this job they have to be paid, or I know that these people can pay me, they should pay Jerry. It doesn't remove anything from them. Well, so they're just trying to use me because they know me. I won't. So you have to be able to. You are your own man now. It doesn't matter if your family bought you a studio. They are your family, but you're human. You're not a kid anymore. So if you want to do something for free, there's not. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Oh, okay, I'm my daddy's friend or my mommy's friend or someone. Or me say I should help her do this. But if you don't. You are not a kid now. When you are not, how come somebody just call me and say, even if they bought my camera, I think my elder sister, okay, she borrowed me. I think I returned the money. So you have to be your own man. This is part of self-improvement. Be your own man, make your decisions. Even if you have a partner, you are married, you have to be your own man. Because people will try to impose decisions on you, even your partner, even your friends. They'll try to tell you what you should do. Oh yeah, should be the one that helped you when you were starting. You should be able to do. Yes, you should be able to give back. So that's what I said. I didn't say don't ever do anything for free. That's not what I said. But be your own man. Make your decision. If you feel you don't think you want to do this for free, you should be paid. Or maybe you give them a very good discount. They should at least pay you this amount. Why not? This one is not. It's your family. They will still love you. All right. I think project one. You asked nowhere. So project one was the next. Give it to him. I was watching when they did that.
My own is the aspect of timing. The last point. I'm in a situation whereby I'll jot down what I want to do, a to-do list. Then when it gets to the aspect of editing, I just I'm wasting my time. I'll just come to the realization that I still have other stuff to do. How do I manage?
That's a good question. So for those of you that didn't hear, asking how he can manage his time well, he spends too much time editing, and he will write certain things on his to-do, but unfortunately, the editing just swallows the most time. I've been there too. In fact, I would say I just started using to-do very, very recently. I'm very bad with to-do. That to-do stuff is not easy. You wake up in the morning, write everything. The moment the day starts like this, it's as the day goes, you just go with it. Yes, it's very bad, but it's the only way. If you are not a to-do person, start now. And you have to stick by it. One thing I've learned over time as a professional retoucher and editor is that you determine the time it takes to finish your work per time. It's up to you. It's not up to the work. Because I noticed that when I'm by my phone, for example, I use 5 hours to do 10 pictures. And when I'm not by my phone, I can do, as I'm looking at me, my team can attest to that. I can do 20 pictures in 45 minutes. Retouch. Flawless. But I cannot do anything else when I'm doing that. The moment there's someone in front of me and we are having a conversation, there's a problem. I can't do more than 5 pictures. But the moment I just play one music or I'm listening to one podcast and my phone is not by my side and I'm editing, so when you use it to do and you make a decision, this thing is discipline. You cannot tell me you are editing 100 weddings or 100 photo shoots. It's discipline. If you say, okay, today, 2 hours for retouching, for editing, 12 to 2 in the afternoon. So when I eat breakfast, by 10, I will sleep a bit, just nap, so I can rest my head. When I wake up around 12, I'll set alarm. When I go around from 12 to 2, I will retouch. So when you wake up, go to it, throw your phone somewhere. You will do it. So editing is just one of the chores or one of the activities you have to do. Other things are equally important. So editing is not the most important. But nobody can come and tell me that the editing is so much that they have to take a whole day to do it. No. You understand what I'm saying? Nobody can tell me that. Max, if you sit down on a job for 3 hours without distraction, you will finish. I know which kind of job is that. You will finish. But when there is Instagram on one side, Instagram, you know the problem with that Instagram? When I started setting time limit on my Instagram, iPhone, I don't know if Android does it, but Android does it too. So it will tell me when I hit 1 hour or 2 hours. That really helped me. Because look at it, you will watch this kid, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. You know it's volume. You go and add it up in a day. You spend 4 hours. You try it on your phone, set it up. I set my own up. You can do that when you have spent 1 hour on Instagram. It will lock. Instagram will lock. You can open it if you want. It's your phone. You know the password anyway. But it will help you lock, so it will even tell you that you'll be here for an hour. You will see how much. So sometimes when I hit 1 hour, I'll be like, I've not done anything now. Because that's small, 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes. So imagine that 1 hour you spent it editing. And there's nothing wrong with spending Instagram. Opening Instagram. I use Instagram. In fact, a lot of us marketers work on this same Instagram. So I can't come and tell you not to use Instagram. That's what I'm saying. But have time for it. Have time for it. So when you schedule yourself, you can have chilling time for the day. Maybe you are working from home. You wake up in the morning. I like to edit in the morning if I'm not going out. I feel like my brain is more fresh and relaxed in the morning. So after breakfast, I will just edit. But when it's like 12, I'm already drowsy. That afternoon sleep is usually sweet, especially when you're at home. So I will sleep. Then when I wake up, I will just chill. I can press phone. I can even watch TV, watch a movie or something. Because there's no much work you are doing. You are not the one saving the world with editing. What are you editing? In a day, you should not be spending more than 2 to 3 hours on editing, if you are serious. Because the amount of editing you cover in that 6 hours is what you will cover in the same 2 hours. You are not just serious with the time. That's why. Make sure your phone is not beside your system when you are working. Don't try. You have systems, so you can be playing something on the system itself. And I'm sure most systems too have earpiece port, if you are the earpiece kind of guy. You know? Some people have ways, like my cousin. He likes to watch movie. I don't know how to do that one. Because before me, I like to concentrate when I'm watching movie. I'm so bad that if I just want to take pin from the floor, I will pause the movie. Sometimes I will rewind it. What was the point that guy was making there? So a lot of people tell me they don't like watching movies with me because I'm very thorough. So I can't do that and be editing. Before I know, my mind will just be on the movie and I'll be rewinding. So, but me, I would rather listen to music so we are all different people. So find your own personality, then be disciplined with it because the discipline is what will make you work.
So this place that you talk about, know who you are. Your uniqueness is your power. Your personality is your strength. Yeah, I usually do this temperament test and I know who I am. So how do you deal with clients who takes your personality for granted? Probably maybe you're kind of a very jovial person and you're going to go and shoot a wedding. And the point of you trying to make everything lively, the clients watered you down in that particular point. How do you manage such clients?
You have to understand. You have to learn to find balance between your personality. Or let me put it this way. You have to find the right balance in how you project your personality. Especially if you are more of like a sanguine kind of person. You know? Because you are dealing with people that don't know you. It's different from people that already know you and your friends. So if you happen to be like more like this choleric sanguine that you guys can hyper, energetic and all of that. I'm not very... the fact that I can even stand there and talk to you like this, I train myself to. I'm not very good talking to people. Normal. So when I'm at the wedding, I'm shooting. I can be serious. Sometimes I used to be too serious. I used to call myself and say, bros, cheer up. It's not like I'm fighting with anybody. I'm not. But some people, they are not like that. Some people, they are just, happy, exciting. But you have to find a way to balance it. Because you should not use the word, they take your personality for granted. I think you should use the word, maybe you are projecting yourself too much on them. Because confidence is calmness. There has to be some level of calmness and softness in your attitude and the way you carry yourself. So when I say knowing you are and using it, I'm not trying to say you should be jumping all over the place. If you're actually somebody that is an exciting person, you can use it to your advantage, but not extensively or extremely. You see what I said earlier when I said if you're the type that loves to talk to people. What was my example? I said you go and deliver a bomb by yourself. Is that not what I said? Use it in scenarios where it will benefit you. Because the truth is, you cannot be shooting wedding and you're jumping over a place, you're too hyper. If it's too much, it's bad. And if it's not there too, it's bad. You just need to find that balance where you are a happy person. Maybe your bride is under pressure. You know how wedding pressure can be. Maybe and some people they will just become with bad news. You'll be telling bride things that is not the bride's business. The people that did not eat in one table. Can you imagine? What's bride business with all of that? What can she do to change that? So, but some people they don't understand how to manage bride emotion and they'll mess up. And you want to shoot and make your bride happy. So you have to cheer up, you have to be happy. Yeah, I used to force myself to do it. You know, so for someone like you, it might be natural. You're already happy, even when there's problem. You know, so you have to find that balance. You have to find it. And it's with time. The way people are reacting to what you are bringing, it will determine how you manage it. So don't take it as they are watering you down. You just take it as a message of how well you should project yourself in a way that is still under control. So it's not excessive. You understand? So because one thing I always say is it's all about giving. So if you try to give them your best and they water it down, doesn't mean that if you give another person your best, they water it down. You will meet the one that will miss. It's normal, it's life. You try to give. Some people will give and show you pepper on top. And you'll be like, even after how much I gave, doesn't mean the next person will do the same thing. By the time you meet the one that will now appreciate you, it will mean more, it will have more meaning to you. But not everybody will accept who you are. No matter how you are. You will go to some places, they will say this guy is too gentle, he's not talking. And you go to some places, they will say, I like the way he's gentle. I like the fact that he's not talking. So you can't really say. You just need to find that balance about be true to who you are. So no matter what anybody says, you know who you are. That's the most important thing. You know your identity. Nobody should. It's not what they say that will make you change, but it will just help you guide how you carry yourself. You understand? I hope that helps. All right. Any other questions?
In secondary school, we did something in economics, localization of industry also.
Mm-hmm.
It's been almost 10 years. So in photography, can we actually say location matters? You know, sometimes you are staying in a place, like you said before, that you rather go and you're staying in a place whereby you look at the people around and you're just like, can I charge them this amount? Your mindset is like this. And you know quite all right that they are like this. What do you do in such situation? Like you want to look, you want to like arrange a studio there. What do you do in such
When it comes to running services that are location-based, you can run services that are not location-based. For example, my academy is not location-based. Like I said, we have students in Bahamas, but yeah, we don't even know what it looks like. So, but if your service is location-based, location matters. In fact, you cannot be in Songo and be charging what they are charging in Ikeja. It's not a matter of your business. No matter how good you are, if you like be the best photographer, if you like be better than the one in Lekki, you cannot charge what the guy in Lekki is charging. That's the fact. The fact that it's in Lekki, he will charge more than you. First of all, the cost of production in Lekki is higher than you first. I don't know where you are, but I just enjoy. Sorry, I said Songo. But the fact that it's in there is there. The expenses to even run the business in that location is already higher. So if he likes himself, he will charge high. Them too, the people he's serving, like you mentioned, they can handle what he will charge because of the location. Let's be honest. There was a time in 2015, well, let me just say 2010 to 2020. Let me just mark it out like that, where every person that becomes big in Lagos moved to the island. It became a trend at a point. This was 2015. Like the moment the person becomes popular on Instagram, before you know it, sometimes they will even post it then. Our new house on the island, they've rented one house. It was a norm. So all of them were moving to one location. So let's not lie to ourselves here. If you have to charge based on location. Even this my studio, I charge based on location. You understand? It's very important. But one thing I will just add is there's nothing wrong with charging based on location. It's just about understanding how to build volume with what you are charging. You know, I said earlier that 5 times 10 is 50, 50 times 1 is 50. So it's not about what you charge. It's about creating cash flow. That's the priority, not the amount you charge. Because we are so moved, because it's good to charge high. I like to charge high, there's nothing wrong with that. But cash flow is bigger than that. You know, what is Dangote using to make money? Sugar and cement. It's volume. Dangote is not selling crypto. He's not selling buildings. He's selling sugar and spaghetti. I think he makes spaghetti too. Yes. So cheap things now, something that you buy for less than 1,000 naira, and the owner is the richest man in Africa. So the guys that are doing high tickets that will sell one land 100 million, they are still boys to Dangote. So look at that. So don't be moved, because it's good to be in a good location. But don't be moved that it's not until I arrive in this good location before I can build a good business that works. No. I know a guy in my area, I've said this before in the last year. He's living in my area and charges so low, I think 8K, I don't know charging. He's doing so well, like he's a rich man. And he's using, in fact, he started in a flat in that building, and he's using like 3 flats there now. And he's still charging that same amount. Now he has started doing printing now. And he's thriving so well, like doing so well, making a lot of, he's like a big boy, one of the big boys in our area. And the studio is there in my area. And it's very cheap. So it's not really much about price, it's about growing a business around that. It's good for you to say you want to move out. If you are very keen on price and you believe that the quality of your service, the people in this location cannot handle it. Because the quality of your service must correspond with your price. And the quality of your service is not only the photograph. It is your packaging. So it's not only fine picture. So when I say quality of service, not fine picture is one of it, of course. But other things, the way you carry, the way you yourself dress, we contribute. Because that's what all these rich people will see. That's what they pay you for. The way you carry yourself, the way they see you, the aesthetics in your studio, the paparazzi, all these things, packaging, the way you present your job to your clients. Some of you are still using WeTransfer, and you want to collect big money. You now give one wealthy man picture on WeTransfer, and him, you won't even have time to open the thing in 2 weeks. You now want to open the link have expired. All these little things. So you have to understand that the quality of your products, can it serve these people or not? But if you understand, okay, this is my customer, this is what they want, this is what's important to them, let me give it to them and build volume around it. Find boys, find team, build team, and you can build the organization out of it, and you will still be in that location, and you'll be making as much money as what the person in Lekki is making. So it's not really a location function, but you have to give your customers what they can handle based on location. Because if it's a working or photo shoot studio, no, location matters. You understand? Hope that helps.
In my environment, people are charging maybe 200K. Some people say cannot even charge 200K convenient. I will like confidently. They have to. So is it possible for me to charge? Is it possible for me to charge like maybe 500K, for instance, now to my online clients?
If they reach out to you online.
Yes, people that reach out to me on Instagram and all other places online. Is it possible for me to charge like maybe on Instagram? Then when people from in my own environment, is it possible for me to charge?
Yes, where I'm going to come from. I'm very big on cash flow than pricing. I was very big on pricing before, but growing as a businessman made me understand the place of cash flow over pricing. And one thing I learned is your priority is demand first. Are you guys with me? Your priority is what? Demand is the first thing. I'm getting to a point, not price. Because you are building a business and you have to make money, right? But first of all, it is demand that determines supply. What do I mean? The higher the demand, the lower. So when there's more demand, you can now say, okay, let me take up my price. Because at least you can handle yourself a bit. When you've not built demand at your current price, you don't increase price. Be it online or on site or in the spirit, anyone. As long as your demand is not as much as you expect it to be, it is not your price that will change the demand. The price will probably reduce the demand, not increase. I don't think you've heard them say, when I increase my price, people now started coming. So focus on demand. Are you okay with it? Are you comfortable? Maybe you have made some money. And that's, let me just use 100K. At that 100K for weddings, even though don't go there. Okay, well. But anyway, you made some money at that 100K. And you say, okay, demand, money is entering. You have customer base. Customer are satisfied. You now push to 150, 170. Okay, let's see what happens. You now push. That's how to grow. But if you say, the things are here out there, people are charging this, okay, let me cut 300K. And your 100K, people are not even booking you yet. You now go to 300K. You guys already get the picture. So you have to be wise. Even though I understand everybody wants to increase price. I'm thinking of how to increase. I talk about it with my girl every time. So it's a normal phenomenon, but I focus on demand. So one of the things I did this year was I even create another package that is a little bit lower than my current price. I said, okay, for people that cannot afford my price, this one, so let me just put that I'll remove this one, put this one here. If they can still pay this one at all, Even if it's better to collect this one than to sit there in my house. That's me. Oh. And if those people don't pay me, I'm fine. If I only this academy, I'm fine. You understand? But I'm a businessman. So I'd rather earn money than to stay in my house. That's my philosophy. And these are the things I learned from people that are ahead of me. Because before, before I'll be like, oh, this guy's charging. We just think the person that prices the highest is doing better. That is not the way it works, guys. So it's not a function of price. So you can meet the photographer and say, bro, I charge 2 million for weddings. And you meet another one and say, I charge 1 million for wedding. Doesn't mean the 2 million guy is better than the 1 million guy. In fact, the 1 million guy might have a much, much better business. What is important that they have cash flow? Because by the time this one was waiting for his 2 million per day, this one has probably collected 3 weddings. Who is making more money? So it's not a function of the price, it's a function of demand. When you are comfortable with your demand, you can now start testing fresh waters. Okay, let me go to 300. Let's see how it goes. Because at least you are okay. You have something to be able to hold body in that period. Because there's no way, if you increase your price, you will lose customers. That one is a for sure. So have you built enough capacity that by the time you start losing customers, to be able to accept the new level of people, you are okay. You will not suffer for it. So some people will suffer to the extent that they will have to run back to the old price. And that is more difficult. If you increase price, you yourself use your own and go back and say, hey, this one is hard though. So you understand? So focus on demand, then other things will fall in place. You can like, okay, now that I have plenty customers walking to my studio, I'm making my 3K. Okay, let me be asking 10K from the ones that have messaged me online. But before you do that, first make sure that demand is fresh, is going. So be collecting even online, offline. Let the crowd come first, then you now move. All right, so I think that's all for now. You are, home base. We'll be talking about our own side. All right, so thank you so much, guys. So like I said earlier during the lecture, you guys should come and give them where's their menu? So I told you I'm putting together a business photography class. It's just snacks, it's nothing serious. I really implore you guys to register for my business of photography masterclass. It should really help you. From the little you've heard me say today, I know about business. I can confidently say I know about this business, at least now, with the things I've learned and the ones that I've applied that is working. But from the things I've also learned, I've seen that the more successful businessmen we have in an industry, the better. Look at the real estate sector. Everybody just selling land. And all of them are selling. And all of them are making money. So it's not about, if we have too many people selling land, the money I'm making will go down. No, because we live in a very huge economy. Over 200 million people. Only God knows how much it will be now. Because that 200 million was as at which year did they do census? Sure, understand? So the economy, what of drinks? Okay. Is it not give you cold one? Is it good? Because inside this weather, you drink cold drink. So the economy is, you guys are with me, right? If you Fanta, you want to Fanta by if Fanta. All right, so the economy is huge. So we don't know, but it's actually huge. When you hear 200 million, it sounds small. Do you know what 200 million people is? It's a massive economy. So the more businessmen we have, the better for all of us. We actually enjoy the fruit of it together. So it's not like maybe I'm this guy. They will not teach me their secrets. Those big photographers that does it because I know them. I'm friends with some of them that don't believe in teaching secrets. They are the ones that are ignorant. Because it's when you give people secrets, that's when all of you have LD competition. They come to your level. All of you now grow. Imagine you say you cannot charge less than this. You cannot charge less than this. You cannot charge less than this. The economy we have to adapt. Because if you want to book a good photographer today, this is the minimum you have to budget to. They have to accept it. They don't have choice. Because everybody, but if it's only 2 people that are at the top, it's harder. Because we have to continually explain why we charge that amount. But if everybody is charging 1 million, everybody will pay. They will not have choice. But the one that will charge 100K, we mess up the one that charge 1 million. So the industry is not stable. So I believe that we need education. So this my own masterclass is one of the kinds. It's not English jargons where we draw organizational chart that doesn't exist. Real practical ways to grow a photography business, to build. Then the side of creating marketing strategies for your business, because there's marketing. No, it's not posting on Instagram. There's marketing. Real marketing strategies, sales strategies, customer strategies, how to handle customers, how to maintain customers, how to retain customers, how to build a team from scratch in a way that you can be starting small, but the core offices that you need to start with, how to get people, many things. It's going to be a big time class, but I'm confident it will help you, and it's not expensive. We've not put a price to it, but I don't think it will be more than 60K. So it's not expensive. I don't think I want to do more than 60K. He's looking at me someone that it should be more than that, but I don't think I want people to be able to learn. So it's not expensive. So register. And there's going to be slots because it's a business class and people will ask plenty questions. So I cannot do conference. It has to be a class for a limited number of people so that we can make a lot of sense. So we can be dealing with people's situations practically. So register if you can. At least you can write your name down, at least because we've not opened the, what's it called? The registration yet. But it's just write your name so that maybe they will be able to contact you or send you an email or something when the registration is open. Since you guys are the first, because you are the first to hear about it, I've not posted about it yet. But everything is ready to go, and we are working on the class and it's going to be very great. So help yourself. Imagine spending 60,000 and the person that is teaching you will spend millions to get the knowledge. And you pay maybe 60,000, 70,000, 50,000. That's Ifa, like they say in Yoruba. You know what Ifa is? Are you Yoruba? You don't look Yoruba. You're like Imo State. Anyway, don't mind me. So it's Ifa. Just go for it. And those of you that have watched my courses before, I give value. That one is a sure banker. It's priority for me that you anytime, both free or both paid, you get value out of it. You understand? So please register for the masterclass. Help yourself so that you can know what I know. You can open your mind will open. You will see possibilities. Then you will now start building business because business is never built by one person. It doesn't exist. So all those photographers say I'm a creative. This is how much I charge. I charge this amount, and their business is in their bedroom. That should be a phase, not your permanent reality. But for a lot of photographers, that's their permanent reality. But they are so fine on Instagram, and they cross their leg on their bed like this with their chest, and you look at them, or they drive a Benz, and you're like, oh my God, see this boy. That one does not have future. It's not a negative. It's just the fact. It's just the fact. But when you build business that it doesn't completely revolve around you, and you're able to live out of your business in a way that you have a lifestyle where you can even say you want to go and do something for 6 months and nothing happens to your business. And business is possible. If this year, for example, this year, all the weddings I've shot, I don't think I've edited any of them. And I'm posting it. Because I've been able to build people around me. Even though I'm still a very good retoucher, but I've not edited any wedding this year. And my work is up to par. Even shooting most times, I will just go greet brides. Hello, tell them no, I came. I'll just pass back and run away. Because I've built business that can work. If I choose not to shoot it for now, for the next 6 months, I'm fine. When I say I'm fine, it doesn't mean I'm not getting jobs. But I have a system that can work. And that's where you guys need to start working towards. Even if you don't have all the money to do it now, start learning it. Because that's what will open you to the possibility. That's where mindset is. So don't just like, I never get money. How will I start a business when... How will I be building business? I never sabi the photography. Early on, you have to master this thing so that you will now start finding where you fit in. Maybe you want to be a specialist, when you want to be a visionary, whatever it is. You find where to fit in and you're able to apply it and grow yourself and just take that is, you look at 2024 and say, okay, this is one of the things that helped me. Classes like this to help transform me, help make me better. And by the time this year is ending, 2025, you are not just a photographer, but you're a better businessman. Because everything is business. If it's not business, the video just be going everywhere, dancing all over the place. And you're not making money. But some guys are there signing serious deals. Him is just jumping on the stage. Some guys are there, no, but the video cannot take less than this. If you cannot pay this money, it's not coming. He doesn't even know. He's just there buying chain. That's the truth. Doesn't know anything about business, but there's a business going on behind the scene. In fact, big mega businesses that people are building houses on the name Davido or Burna Boy or the likes. So it's not just about mastering camera. You need to learn business. And so I advise that you go to the uncle on suit there. Wave your hand so that the church can see you. So that you can take your record and contact you when we are ready to. I think we have this questionnaire we are doing, testing people on how much they know about business so that it will help us have a good understanding of where they are. So we don't just want to teach blindly. That's my goal. This class, I will not just come here and do table of content and be teaching you jangles. I want to teach you real practical lessons, just like the question he asked me now. See the answer I gave him. A random creative just say, charge your price. Do you believe you deserve to charge 500K? You will say, yes, charge 500K. And they will lie to you. Yeah, do you know your camera? Value it based on your camera. That one is common. They say, calculate your camera. These things are not wrong. But you have to be wise too. You are not wrong. It's true. You have to calculate your cost. It's part of what I'll probably teach you. Calculate your cost, your camera, your cost of production, your fueling, your time. All this is part of business, but you have to balance. There's time for everything. So somebody say, "Bro, take this 500K." You now say, "I charge it because of this amount. I charge 1.8 income." And you are in your house that day sleeping, and your camera is getting dusty. That's not wise. So you have to find a balance between your branding and also demand. Demand is crucial. It is through demand that you grow business now. If people are not patronizing you, what are you doing? You like buy all the camera in the world. So you need to have marketing strategies to get people into your door when they come out, to make them happy so that they can come back. Because the real way to grow a business is when you have plenty happy customers. It's not when you have the best marketing. It's when you have plenty happy customers. Because it's like you're employing marketers, free marketers. The more they're happy, you just got a new man. When they say, "Oh, bro, I badroom everything. Your service, I have a great time." Just now, this one will be speaking for you wherever he or she is. So imagine that. So you have to create. So this thing it requires intentional system. It's not luck. Because that's why I say you will serve 10 customers. Only 2 customers are happy with you. The remaining 8, they don't want to hear your name again. Because you did not create intentional, but you have internal system and it's written down. And so after you deliver the job, this is the next thing to do. Maybe you do this to them, you do this for them, you do that for them. Or after 3 months, they will get this, get that. Serious, businesses are not joking with strategies though. So that just to make the customer happy, so that they will have the customer come back next time or refer them to other people. So these are the things you learn, and I hope you go ahead and register and learn. So I hope you guys have learned something. Yes. All right, thank you so much. God bless you all.